Good afternoon and welcome to the final session of the 2018 Indoor Cycling World Championships. We're live once again from the country hall here on the outskirts of Liège in Belgium. It's the culmination of 3 days of absolutely top quality indoor cycling entertainment and action in both the world of cycleball and artistic cycling. And the culmination of all of those days' efforts will be repaid this afternoon when we'll have 3 medal ceremonies. We'll see the conclusion of the women's pairs artistic cycling, the single men's artistic cycling, and then the big medal final for the cycleball, Group A of the cycleball. And that's what we'll begin with when our live coverage begins in just a few moments' time here this afternoon. We have got our first match will be coming onto the court. And this is what's called the relegation final in cycleball. What happens is the winning team from Group B get to play the losing team from Group A, and the reward for the winners from Group B, if they beat the losers from Group A, is that they are promoted to Group A, which is the top level of cycleball competition. And of course, equally, the losing team from Group A, if they lose this relegation final, they will find themselves competing in Group B. So an important match indeed, and the protagonists involved in this one, winners of Group A, and we'll see them in the major final later on, of course. But the losers in Group A were France, and they will be coming on to the court here, and they'll be represented by Quentin and Matthias Seyfried. Were 6th in the World Championships last year, but they're at bottom of the classification this time. And their opponents, the winners of Group B, and boy, if they had a good championship. They put many goals past their opponents, and a really strong duo here, and they'll be really looking to try and take that step up to the Group A level. It is Lucas Schonenberger and Marcus Schonenberger for the country of Liechtenstein. So Liechtenstein in the plain blue and red shorts, and France in the tricolour jersey and the black shorts. 2 7-minute halves to decide the action here. Alongside me once again, my co-colleague is Peter Martins, who'll be talking us through the action as the game gets underway. Peter, we're not quite sure what to expect here. This is going to be a very tense match, isn't it, with 2 different objectives at play. Yeah,
of course, and there will be a lot of nervousness. I think it will be a closed game by the France team, but an open game by the Liechtenstein team. So they want to score like this one. Okay.
Well, we've seen in this Liechtenstein team, Lucas Schonenberger in particular has got the ability to score goals from almost anywhere on the court. He's a very powerful player indeed. Yeah. His brother Marcus is in goal, and this French combination, well, they'll be stinging from coming bottom in Group A. And and
the ball is coming in.
The goal is scored by France.
The first goal from Matthias Seyfried.
Yeah, Marcus Schonenberger throwing the bike at that, but the ball was already across the line. Just clutching his elbow as well by the look of it. So let's hope he's okay. It would be unfortunate indeed if there's an injury this early in the proceedings. Going to get a little look at by the trainer there for Liechtenstein. Well, he fell rather awkwardly, I think, in the defence of the goal. As we've said repeatedly throughout our 3 days of commentary here, these guys are made of pretty stern stuff. The magic spray has been brought out. That's a cure for most things, at least temporarily. And Marcus Schonenberger, I'm sure, will be back to defend the goal for Liechtenstein. But here we go.
Will they? No, they don't value the goal. It's not a goal.
No, it isn't. So it is still...
Too pity for the France team.
It is, but a relief, no doubt, for the team of Liechtenstein.
Yeah, you're right. Very relief, because you don't want to be behind in this game.
Certainly not this early in the proceedings. 6 minutes 13 to go in the first half. 7 minutes per half in cycleball. If you're new to watching our coverage here, you're very welcome indeed to the final live session here from these 2018 championships from Liège in Belgium. This is Liechtenstein versus France in the relegation final in the cycleball competition. Liechtenstein with the possession of the ball. That's Marcus Schonenberger, plays it across to his brother Lucas. They're deep into the French half of the playing area here, and lining themselves up to try and take a goal. It's a dramatic start, as you saw Marcus Schonenberger
in the first kick and the first corner.
Yeah, the first corner here. Now, we've seen Liechtenstein pretty good at capitalising on those corner moves. Lucas Schonenberger will be the man who will be taking it. The French just getting themselves prepared to try and defend the goal here. And I think it's important in this match for one team or the other to get the first goal. That will kind of take a little bit of pressure off them, I think, and maybe set the stage for a very dramatic relegation final. But not profiting from the corner on this occasion, Liechtenstein. And of course, there's quite a difference, Peter, between the standard of play generally in Group B and Group A. So the Liechtenstein team who dominated Group B will have a harder job here. Yeah, you won't see it this game, man. This game, they'll have to fight for every goal. It will not be 7 or 8 or 9 goals. They will struggle to find the gap. And one of the characteristics I've certainly noted in the 3 days we have been here is how much closer the marking is in the Group A match. Virtually no space given at all to the attacking team to try and square up for the net, and that will be the challenge that Liechtenstein will face here. But the first couple of minutes already on the clock, no score so far, and a couple of attacks, nothing looked really as though it would make contact. That was aimed just wide of the post there of the Liechtenstein net, and Lucas Schoenenberger just a little stumble there as he tried to get back there to make sure that net was covered and the ball couldn't get into the corner. Yeah, but well done from Matthias Seyfried. And now, a free kick on a dangerous place. Yeah, sorry, the referee is again correct. Okay, but the ball is 1 meter further, so okay. But you never know with Lucas Schoenenberger. He has a nice, good shot. Yeah, he's just circling the ball at the moment. No, they will attack together. Indicating to Marcus, maybe the L1-2 routine might be brought into play here by Liechtenstein. Yeah, they will pass. Trying to flick it across, there we go. And Lucas Schoenenberger has the ball, but he's got to try and get past the defence of France, and these Group A teams are very staunch in protecting their end of the pitch. Yeah, and a steal from Matthias, but okay. So back with Liechtenstein, but still tense moments here. 3 minutes 22 to go in this opening half. Still yet to see our first goal, even after that dramatic start where Marcus Schoenenberger ended up in the back of the net with the ball, but it wasn't counted as a goal. So here's Lucas, a real serious attack, but nice great defence there from the French. Yeah, but nice try between the wheels. Yeah, there was a well-placed shot, but well defended also, and well, sign of things to come perhaps from Lucas Schoenenberger. But, if they are to move on to play in Group A, they need to adjust their playing style, I think. The referee on the chair saw a little fault from Lucas Schoenenberger, so the ball is again for France. No corner. Okay, so French competitors here have the ball. They're serious move here up into the Liechtenstein half of the pitch. Can they break the deadlock here and get the ball in the back of the net legitimately this time? Play back to further down the arena here, but the French still have the possession, and you can see Liechtenstein trying to block any potential route to goal here for the French team. They only have a certain amount of time they can finesse with the ball before they have to launch a shot. The referee will call a time if it's a prolonged period, but they're... yeah, and now is the chance. And it's a goal from Matthias. Yeah. Lucas was defending very good, but the first gap he lets, it's a goal from Matthias Seyfried. Yeah, very, very fast play in Group A, and the French were all over that immediately to make sure they could spear it into the corner of the net. And Liechtenstein, the winners of Group B, are 1 goal behind France, the losers in Group A. The immediate attack back here, but not a particularly strong shot there from Marcus Schoenenberger. Now we'll see anything better from Lucas. He's got the ball, and French trying to get it away from him. But Schoenenberger in the middle of the field here, but looped over the goal by the defence of the French. And again, frustrated in their attempt to score a goal on Liechtenstein. So it's 1-0 to France, 1 minute 45 to go. And a good save. Yeah, it was a good save from Quentin Seyfried. So here's the corner. And again, a good corner, but he's from this bike. So there are 2, and they can score of it. That's what happens if you concentrate all of your attention on the opponent's end of the pitch. They can hit the ball down the length of the field and score a goal. So 2 goals now for France. That will give them for confidence. At stake for France, of course, is retaining their place in Group A. No penalty. No, you had to go with the ball. Yeah, so the referee here places the ball back. The French will knock it back into play, but it's not a free kick for them. And 1 minute and 2 to go. Marcus Schoenenberger is rooted in front of that goal now, anticipating perhaps an attacking shot here from France in the closing moments
and
of
then
the first
again
half.
a shot from far, and again at goal.
He saved the first one well, but the second one eluded him as he went over his shoulder and into the net. 3-0 for France.
Okay,
well,
what's the answer from the Liechtenstein team?
41 seconds to go in this first half, and they're yet to open their account. A real contrast to the goal fest they've been involved in Group B throughout the competition, which they won. And Marcus Schoenenberger,
yes, it's a free kick.
Falling from the bike. French incredulous at that because he was in the middle of nowhere when it happened. But
he drove on the back wheel from the defense from the one from Liechtenstein, so he fell off the bike. And it's a free kick on a dangerous place, especially for Lucas.
It is right in the middle and not too far out from the 4-meter line, the French end of the pitch. So maybe on the metal here to try and prevent Liechtenstein stealing the first goal with 23 seconds of the first half remaining. Here comes Lucas Schoenenberger, and
nice
goal defended well by France. Well, Liechtenstein finding it very, very difficult to penetrate this French defence at the moment. And as the final few seconds here of the first half, we have the change of ends. The Liechtenstein team, I'm sure, will have a little discussion with their coach how they can possibly make any impression on this great play here from the French team.
Yeah, they were a little bit nervous at the start of the game. I think the first 3-4 minutes, but once the first goal fell, it was better and better. And you saw the confidence, and the third goal was fantastic. Lucas had some chances, but he didn't took them. Especially the last free kick, it had to be goal. When you want to struggle yourself into the game, you must make that goal for the 3-1.
Well, he's been accustomed almost having the run of the court in the matches in Group B, which Liechtenstein did dominate and win overall, but finding it a much tougher proposition here with the French team from Group A. France, of course, very much concentrated on winning this game to retain their position in Group A. They finished last in the classification. But so far it has been definitely in the favour of the French. Those 3 goals and the better play, it has to be said as well, from the French team. So both teams in discussion with the coaches about what they need to do differently in the second half, and certainly for Liechtenstein what they need to do is to make a better effort to score a goal and to try to draw level and then pass the French team. It's a tall order though, France playing well at the moment.
But don't forget the game against Belgium and France. France were in lead with 3-1, and then they stopped playing. They started defending and playing around and keeping the ball with them. So if they make that mistake against Lucas Schoenenberger, you never know what can happen. So my opinion, when I was the trainer, I would say, okay, go, but think of your own goal and don't leave it open all the time. Yeah,
it's don't become too complacent, thinking you got 3 goals and you've had the better play in the first half, because the other team could hit back hard and you can suddenly find yourself on equal terms. So it'd be interesting to see how the second half develops in this relegation final. Liechtenstein versus France. Change of ends this time. First attacking shot from France, wide of the mark this time. Liechtenstein in the all blue top, the French with the tricolour red, white and blue to aid identification. And the ball with the Liechtenstein team currently. That's a 3-0 margin for the French. Give them a little bit of confidence here, but they need to be very watchful because the Liechtenstein team determined to get their name onto the score sheet as well. So Marcus Schoenenberger with the ball, just doing a loop here with Lucas and trying to get past the French, who are making sure that they keep them well to the side of the court here. Great tactical play, but the ball is with Lucas Schoenenberger. The attack here on the net, but it's parried away by the goalkeeper for France.
And they have their corner, like they wanted.
Yeah, that was what they were playing for, wasn't it? And the ball just tipped out by the French goalkeeper, and that will give Liechtenstein the second corner. They couldn't capitalise on the first opportunity in the first half. Let's see if this one can be converted. Here comes the ball across the front of the net, but again failing to make contact. Oh, but now they've got the goal.
A lucky goal.
Lucas Schoenenberger has finally struck.
Okay, and Lucas, I know Lucas, and when he makes a goal like that, woo, he will fight until the end. Huh?
Well, he'll be fired up now, won't he, to add more to that. 3-1 for France. So they still got the upper hand, but
and now
attacking immediately, which is what they need to do.
A little high.
Oh, well, that was well out from Schoenenberger. He found himself almost in the crowd there. A few boos erupting from the crowd there, but this is a very, very tense game, of course, because lots at stake for both teams. And still advantage France by 2 goals to 1. By 3 goals to 1, in fact, for the French team. 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the second half.
Okay.
Well, the French may try to slow things down a little bit, as Peter said a few moments ago. That's what they've done when they've been ahead before, just to avoid any opportunity for Liechtenstein to add to the score. You see the very defensive play here. They have only got a certain amount of time they can do that before they have to make a shot at goal, and the referee being ever watchful. Lucas Schönenberger is
he's discussing with the referees, but he must concentrate on his game, not on the referees.
Yeah, that's the danger, of course, is that you lose concentration in complaining about things that have happened and don't concentrate on what still lies ahead. You've still got 4 minutes and 32 seconds, so still plenty of opportunity for Liechtenstein perhaps to come back here against France.
Yeah, and he's got this right. The referee said, no, you're right, it's a fault for you.
Oh, well, got there eventually.
Yeah,
thumbs up from Lucas.
Yeah.
Thank you, referee. Took your time, but we'll have that now. So they've got the ball back into play. Marcus Schönenberger has it, but wide of the French net.
Yeah, he must come a little bit closer.
Yeah, if you could, perhaps in Group B you may have got away with shooting from that far out, but certainly here in the Group A matches it's much more difficult to narrow the angles for the goal. But it's France here with possession, just knocking it back here towards their own half of the pitch, and Liechtenstein once again go on the attack, and it's a very physical game here from the Liechtenstein team. They're spending a lot of time off the bike and off the side of the court.
It's a side out ball for France.
Yeah, the longer that the time ticks away and the fewer the opportunities to score go, then you may see more and more frustration here from the Liechtenstein riders. Free kick for France, but saved by Marcus Schönenberger. Lucas flicks it into the middle of the pitch, but it's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, way too wide.
3 minutes 37.
He must remain calm now, but I don't think he will keep that calm.
Yeah, it must be difficult, of course. You're seeing the opportunity to compete in Group A slipping away.
And the tension is so high.
The French, of course, looking to cement their position in that group for.
Oh, nice save from his brother.
Yeah.
And now what? Oh, it's a penalty.
Well.
No, oh no, referee! I don't think you're right. This must be penalty. This must be for sure.
The crowd, I think, are agreeing with you, Peter. The whistles and the jeers coming up from around the arena. Lucas Schönenberger landed very heavily on top of his bike there, so in all seriousness, we hope he is okay.
It's a body to body with the bike.
Yeah, trainer rushing on just to make sure. He was clutching his lower back, and well, that was quite a heavy landing, and that's quite a hard landing as well. You see actually inside of his thigh that looks like it might be the problem. This is an opportunity just for a little time out for both teams to get their breath back, but obviously if Lucas Schönenberger has suffered an injury, that will be a real blow to the Liechtenstein team with 3 minutes and 12 to go.
I don't think it will be that bad, but like you said, he's suffering now and taking his time for his next attack. Nothing is done yet, eh?
No, absolutely. The game isn't over until the final whistle goes. As the track is just mopped here by one of our volunteers.
How do you say it when the fat lady stops singing?
It isn't over till the fat lady sings is a well-known British expression. I don't know if it translates well elsewhere in the world, but well, we've had all kinds of singing here, and I'm sure there will have been one or two fat ladies involved, but it will all be serious for the next 3 minutes and 12 seconds, because these really are the danger moments for Liechtenstein here.
And I don't know what the referee will do. I think it's a penalty. But if he gives it, he will give it. Then, and if they score 3-2, 3 minutes to go, everything is possible.
It'll be a nail-biting finale for certain. And good news is that Lucas Schönenberger, with no doubt a little bit more application of the magic spray, is back on board his machine, and none the worse for that little tumble we saw a few moments ago.
But the referee is still doubting, eh? He's still doubting. He doesn't know what to do.
Well, there are two other referees either side of the...
No, there are three. There's one here, one there, and one on the chair.
At least two other referees, maybe three.
He doesn't know what to do.
Well, he's got the yellow card out now.
What?
He just produced the yellow card from his back pocket. So, he's being surrounded by the French currently. So,
please lay the ball down.
Shows what is going on here. Still got the timeout. It's stopped at 3 minutes 12.
It is a penalty.
Okay, so penalty shot for Liechtenstein. So this is a real opportunity to go within one goal of the French. 3-1 Can Schonenberger?
Wow, what a nice
yes,
kick. Yeah.
Well, that was well directed, strongly hit, and right into the top corner of the net.
And
so 2 goals now for Liechtenstein.
And they are back in game, Carl. They are back in game.
They are. Their only concern is time continues to tick away, 2 minutes 55.
Yeah, but now the French team feels the stress again. Huh?
Yeah, they've relayed the pressure back to the French,
Mm-hmm.
and they can see this one potentially slipping out of their grasp again. So that may well see some mistakes being made by the French, who were defending well earlier. So they need to keep their mind on the job in hand here. Liechtenstein will be buoyed by that goal they just got, but they'll also be frustrated slightly that the goals haven't come from
and a nice save
power
from the
shots
goalkeeper.
from Lucas Schonenberger, which has been the character of all of their wins in Group B matches. But this is a different proposition.
Now, corner for the French team.
So the French have the corner. Dangerous moments, but defended by Lucas Schonenberger.
And again, it's a corner.
So
and time is ticking. 2 minutes to go.
The goal straightened, and it is still 3-2 in favour of France. 2 minutes of this game remain. France with a second corner opportunity here, and again failing to get it into the net.
This time too high.
And almost a gift for a member of the crowd there as the ball looped out of the side of the court.
Okay, Lucas, now is your moment. Take it.
So the Liechtenstein duo, Marcus and Lucas Schonberg.
Oh,
and they come
Marcus
down and the close to the French goal there.
He put the ball too far from his front wheel, so that's why Matthias could take the ball, and that's why it's free kick for France team.
Yeah, just overstretching as well, which caused him to end up on the deck. So no shortage of drama in this relegation final, but at the moment it is still a 1-goal advantage for France. 1.5 minutes of this game remain. France have the free kick here.
And the tension is coming again, stress, nervousity. And again the corner, it's again.
Well, all the goal scoring potential in the latter part of the second half have come from the set pieces. Another corner here for the French. If they were to go 4-2 up, I think that would may be the final blow for Liechtenstein. So Lucas Schonenberger again doing a good job defending the goal there.
Yeah,
but
and there are two chasing the ball with 2 front players. Yeah, chasing the ball. Yeah, they must. Oh, they get a free kick, the French team.
So referee being kept busy here in this tense final for who gets to go into Group A or gets to stay in Group A. France still with the upper hand in terms of the score, 3-2, 39 seconds.
They will not show the ball again now.
It would be a very defensive play now for France to ensure that Liechtenstein don't get any further opportunity.
You can start counting now, 25 seconds.
It'll seem a very long 25 seconds for the French duo here, trying to hold off the challenge of Liechtenstein.
Both Liechtenstein, they get a free kick. Liechtenstein got a free kick, 15 seconds to go. It must be...
needs to be converted, but it still won't be enough to win.
And he shot.
And no. Wheel of the French goalkeeper.
It's over. The game is over. No. It's over.
Lucas Schonenberger. Well, I can hardly believe it.
Yeah, what a relief for the... It's a relief for France.
Well, I think that's frustration for Liechtenstein. Understandably so. They had an opportunity to lift themselves up into the A category, but they've met some very fierce opposition from France. And it looks, with that final score of 3-2, that France will have retained their place in Group A, and Liechtenstein, the winners in Group B, will retain.
And it's a victory for France. What a relief.
Well, sporting handshakes. Of course, the hostilities are over now. It's a very friendly competition, and also Lucas Schonenberger shaking hands with the referee as well.
But Liechtenstein had a very good tournament, like you said before.
We can take nothing away from Liechtenstein. They dominated Group B right from the get-go. The first game they played against Canada, they put 8 goals past them early on Friday morning, and they continued in that form. A massive goal tally at the end of the competition.
And look at the happiness for France. Look at their happiness. You know, Matthias is only 19 years old. His brother, I think, 24, 25. So they're so happy together that they can stay in Group A. Now doing a little bit of rave and cheering the crowd. Okay, well done, France. And well done, Liechtenstein.
Yeah, that was a good match. As we said, it was unpredictable right from the start, and action-packed and drama-packed as well. But we should be moving the competition on now to the first of the half-finals, and this will be the prelude to this one. Just out of shot of your pictures on the screen at the moment, but it won't be long before you hear the arrival of the Swiss cowbell ringers.
Germany.
Yeah, this is going to be a real intriguing battle. Switzerland versus Germany in the first half-final. And the Swiss supporters have come across the border here in considerable numbers. There's a huge Swiss flag. They've all got the cow motif on their T-shirts, and they've got the formation cowbell ringing team to cheer them on and make a cacophony of noise here in the stadium as well. But Germany, they are the defending world champions. They've played well throughout this Group A in the cycleball, and they are into the half-final. Of course, the winners of these half-finals will go into the last game for the gold and silver medal. The losers in the half-finals will contest the minor final for the bronze medal and 4th place overall.
Yeah, and again, it will be an exciting game, but Germany is favourite. They are so, like I said before, they are so hot. They are in this tournament. Every game was better and better and better. You see, last game against it was Belgium, 12-0 against Belgium, and before against Austria. What a game! So I think it will be good again, and I want to see something from Roman Schneider. He's also in the tournament. What a goalkeeper! And to be honest, Paul Loser. Last game was very good. Last 2 games were very good. Yeah,
the Swiss have had a hard struggle in Group A, but they're here in the half-final against the defending champions, Germany. And if you can hear a sudden increase in the noise level, I can tell you that passing by our commentary box here are the cowbell ringers of Switzerland. You don't just hear it, you feel it here in the stadium. A whole cacophony of noise, and it really just creates an incredible atmosphere inside the country hall here in Liège in Belgium. Meanwhile, in the centre of the pitch, the referee just exchanging some pleasantries with the German team. They are the defending champions, and Switzerland, well, here they are, and as Peter's already told you, they've got a very strong team, the Swiss, and this will be an intriguing match. And what do we think, just looking ahead, a Germany-Austria final as we saw last year?
I think so, yeah. For me, those are the best 2 teams of this tournament. Austria, tremendous team, and also Germany. And if one team can beat the Austrian team, it's Germany. I don't think another team can beat them for the moment. So I hope, in my heart, I hope it will be Germany against Austria. And then, let's see what happens,
Well, what's happened already is that Germany have gone on the attack, but good defence there for Roman
and a nice
for Switzerland.
It's a penalty. It's a penalty, of course.
A little bit of resistance felt there by Paul Linzer of Switzerland. He tried to head after the ball, so a very early penalty here with 6 minutes 38 in the first half still to go.
And this is what this game needs, an early advantage for the Swiss team, because they are a little bit less than Germany.
Well, here comes Roman Schneider to shoot and score.
A racket.
Well, Switzerland go 1 ahead.
Woo.
Well, if you can ring those cowbells any louder, that's exactly what they're doing.
And now, try to beat him.
Yeah, I hope the roof is firmly affixed to the country hall here in Liège, because the noise is incredible in the stadium. But that first goal for Switzerland, against the odds perhaps, really has put the pressure on Germany, the defending champions. There are 2 brothers here.
Well, nice down from Paul
for Germany, and well, it needs strong defence now from Switzerland.
A good steal, very good steal indeed.
5:53 of the first half still remains, and it'll be Switzerland to knock the ball back into play here with Paul Loser on the ball. The German trying to deny him the opportunity to manoeuvre into a shooting position.
Yeah, and the referee saw a free kick for Germany.
Well, it's a dangerous place as well. It's about 6 meters out from the Swiss goal.
But he won't shoot against Roman, I think.
Yeah, Roman Schneider has proven to be one of the most effective goalkeepers in the tournament. And here comes the shot. Well, it was straight at the body of Roman Schneider, and you saw the result. It was bounced away.
Yeah, but it was a good save. It was very hard.
But the ball now placed ready for the corner for Germany. So a chance to square the match, but
again, good
don't manage
save
to do so.
Again, a good save from Roman Schneider.
Well,
he has a perfect tournament for the moment.
I have to say one thing for Paul Lerser. He does spend a lot of time on the floor in the matches he's been involved in. He really does give full-hearted attacking moves during the course of the games, and sometimes just losing the wheel.
What a shot!
Over the top, but it was in the right direction.
Yeah. And out of nothing, eh?
Absolutely, and hit with great force as well. So the play back in the German half of the field, but here comes another attack from Germany.
Yeah.
Trying to work the way around Lerser, who is the field player here for Switzerland. Lining up the ball here. You're going to hit it with the front wheel of the bike in these attacking moves, and it is Germany once again who collect the ball and try to make an impression here into the Swiss area.
But it's a promising start from this game, eh?
Yeah, it's a prolonged period of tactical play here for Germany.
Yeah, but they're looking for the gap, eh? Not to save the ball, but looking for the gap,
oh,
and they have it.
They found it.
They found
into the back of the Swiss goal it goes. So the defending champions get themselves onto the score sheet with 3 minutes 49 to go in the first half of this half final. And 1-1 Germany, second team to score here. So Switzerland will want to hit back as quickly as they can. Lerser has the ball in the German half, but well defended there by the German goalkeeper, Gerhard Mlady.
Excuse me, Gerhard.
And just a moment here for the referee to pull the ball back into play here, and it will be in the Swiss half of the pitch, so it will be Roman Schneider who will knock it across to Paul Lerser. And the attacking move here with 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go. Honours even 1 goal apiece currently.
And again a fault made by Bernd Mlady. No, they will not shot again. Not shot.
So here we go. This is going to be the flick sideways to Roman Schneider, back to Lerser in the middle of the pitch, and his shot on goal once again was well defended by Gerhard Mlady in the German goal.
And the first corner for Switzerland.
Well, Roman Schneider will be the man who will take it. It's a very powerful player indeed, is Schneider. Just preparing himself, looking to aim the ball at the centre of the goal for Lerser to knock into the net, and almost just in the bottom corner of the right-hand post. And well, that was good tactical play from Switzerland, but not quite on target from Lerser's front wheel. Now, once again, it is the Germans who have possession of the ball in the Swiss half, but deflect over the top of the net by the tall figure of Roman Schneider in the goal for Switzerland.
Yeah, but 5 minutes and it's 1-1, so yeah, good game.
Yeah, it certainly hasn't been a run of goals for either team so far. Each one has been very hard won indeed, and Roman Schneider now on the ball here. Bernard Mlady trying to extricate it from the front wheel of the Swiss player. Yeah. And he ends up on the floor. So once again, the ball will be replaced at the point of incident, and 1 minute 30 to go in the first half of this half final. Switzerland versus Germany, the defending champions. One game here to get themselves into the final if they can win for the gold and silver medal. Yep. No second chances.
And again, Germany is looking for the right place, right gap.
And it's
and there it is.
There's a combination, great combination from the Mlady brothers of Germany.
A standard situation.
Yeah, they go ahead by 1 goal, so 2-1 for Germany.
Okay, now they must strike back.
Yeah, well, need to be very watchful, of course, immediately the goal scored. If you go on the attack, you leave the goal open.
The post.
That looked as though it ricocheted off the post.
Roman Schneider must go into the goal.
Yeah, Schneider's there now. It was Lerser who had to try and aim that one away from the post, but it didn't quite meet its target anyway. But at dangerous moments here, Germany looking to seal the advantage before the half-time whistle. 28 seconds to go, 2-1 for the defending champions jersey.
And I think they are on temperature now, Germany.
Well, the temperature in the arena is certainly heated up as another attack and goal, but Roman Schneider is an impenetrable target. And here we go, can Lerser get through and get on the ball?
And
he can, through the wheels.
No, it's a goal, between the wheels.
Yeah.
It must be goal.
Claiming the goal. Let's see what happens. There's not been the indication from the referee yet.
He's doubting, but for me,
it'd be good to see a replay of that. But
I didn't see a fault.
The ball played through the wheels of the German defence by Paul Lerster.
And it is a goal,
and the goal's been confirmed, pointed to the centre spot. And Switzerland draw level with 9 seconds of the first half to go.
Wow, good for the match, 2-2. It's better. It's better for the game for the second half.
It certainly is. It's setting up a really intriguing battle here. A prize for the winner, a place in the gold medal final.
Nice catch from Roman.
No,
it was behind the bell.
Oh no!
Behind the bell.
Clock had already stopped at 0. Well, it was a good practice shot, I suppose.
Okay, it's a fault. It's a fault.
Yeah, so that's
something we didn't see.
The indication that the fault was called.
And on a dangerous place, eh?
Yeah, so the
it's
shot
also
here for Germany.
A racket.
Let's see. Oh, well saved by Roman Schneider.
It was more luck than knowledge, than talent this time.
He'll have anything this time, luck or talent or an act of God. All of them will prevent Germany scoring and will take them into the second half locked together. 2 goals each. Well, what a first half there in that match, Peter. That was breathless stuff, wasn't it?
Enjoying. It was really enjoying. Oh, I want to stay here forever.
Well, maybe not forever, but certainly for the rest of this very intriguing afternoon session. And you now get the opportunity watching our live coverage this afternoon, both on Facebook and our UCI YouTube channel as well, of the Swiss cowbell ringers making the cacophony of noise. They've also got the very own mascot as well, leaping around in the background, and they will be very pleased by that performance from Switzerland to go into the second half against the defending champions with no disadvantage. Is certainly a good place to be. Well, you can imagine how heavy those cowbells might be. I can only speculate how big the cows are in Switzerland if those are the bells that are hung around their neck. You can see at least one of the bell ringers is already celebrating Christmas with his party hat as well. But there'll be no party yet for Switzerland, but no shortage of support for the Swiss. And they've had a good first half.
And it's a singing cow. He has rhythm.
Singing cow indeed, yes.
Whoa.
Well, this is what indoor cycling is all about. The atmosphere is absolutely incredible. If you've never been to one of these tournaments, and I have to admit this is my first, it's been an absolutely incredible experience over the 3 days. It is incredible, and they do love to party here, and it is certainly a sign that the crowd are loving this competition, and they couldn't ask for a more competitive match. So Roman Schneider gets the second half underway. 2 goals each for Germany, the defending champions.
That's the perfect start for Switzerland.
There you go. The cowbells have inspired Switzerland to success. 3-2 for the Swiss. The defending champions are under pressure now. Well, the best thing for the Germans to do is to hit back straight away. And the Swiss will have to be very, very watchful indeed that doesn't occur.
But he's...
and another stumble from Paul Lerser of Switzerland.
And you see how professional he made his fault. He fell off his bike, and there he made the fault, because otherwise it was a penalty. So well done, Paul.
Yes, that's a sign of experience, isn't it?
And now.
It's
he didn't.
With Bernard Laddie here in the centre of the pitch. This is dangerous times for Switzerland. Well defended by Roman Schneider, but he goes into the back of the net. The net goes over, but the ball went into it in the process.
First good catch from Roman, but then in the second, in the rebound, the was too difficult.
Hugely hit back, and Schneider was off balance, tipping over backwards. That is why the goals aren't locked to the playing surface, because if you get someone the size of Roman Schneider falling backwards into it, well, you do need a movable target. So the situation now, 3 goals each. Germany have done what they wanted to. They've hit back very quickly against that opening score from Switzerland.
Yeah, that was necessary. Yeah? So now they're back in game, and Bernd, he can make his rocket.
Hobbeladi shoots, but wide this time.
No, good save from Roman.
Yeah, of course, but the target I don't think would have been reached even had he not got a wheel on that one. But let us see what results from this corner. It is advantage Germany, of course, but a great save with a back wheel there from Roman Schneider.
No.
Well, they couldn't quite capitalise on the fact that the German team were at the Swiss end of the pitch and propel the ball to the opposite end of the court into the goal. We saw that a couple of times in this morning's matches, but the Germans much more watchful on that scenario. So the Swiss weren't able to sneak a goal there. Still 3 goals each, 4 minutes 58 to go in the second half.
And a fault in advantage for Switzerland? On a good place?
Yeah, it's not too far away, is it? And
shot in the hands,
from Lasser. But he hits back and gets it the second time of asking.
With a little luck, like you said, you need everything, luck, talent.
Yeah, and a good dose of luck there for Switzerland, but it all counts, and they go once again a goal ahead of the defending world champions Germany. Once again, though, the Germans hit straight back, but Schneider was there to make sure it didn't go into the net. Well, 4 minutes 23. Can the fever pitch get any higher in this match? It really is an edge of the seat affair, and the Swiss at the moment have the advantage by 1 goal. They're 4-3 ahead of Germany. Yeah,
good corner, but good help.
So once again, the ball in the centre of the field here. The Germans have it and propel it towards Schneider. Once again, great save. Goes out in the side of the arena here.
Yeah, but again, a wonder save from Roman Schneider.
Absolutely right. That's exactly what he is there for. But he couldn't do anything about that one. That was a real power shot from the player there from Germany, Gerhard Mlady. And oh, look at this though, because the Swiss are on the attack once more. But Germany hit back straight away. Oh, and that just was wide of the mark. Oh, well, 4 goals each. There is no let-up in the action here at all. 3 minutes and 27 seconds remain. How much more excitement could you possibly ask for from our live coverage here this afternoon, the final day of the Indoor Cycling World Championships here in Belgium? This is Germany, the defending champions, versus Switzerland, and they are 4 goals each.
You cannot close your eyes for 1 second if you have missed something.
Oh, well, when Roman Schneider goes down, there is quite a heavy thunk, but he's helped back to his feet by Mlady, and he's ready to get back on board his machine and continue this nail-biting half-final.
It's incredible what he can on his bike with his weight. Unbelievable, huh?
It certainly is. It is Paul Losser, his teammate, who has the ball at the moment. He is vying for possession with Bernard Mlady of Germany. Knocks it back to Roman Schneider. Schneider now an opportunity, but finds Mlady right in front of him. Can he get around the back of him here? Good competitive play from Switzerland. The goal defended by Germany, and the line to that goal also closed down by Bernard Mlady.
This game is going on the top, huh?
It certainly is. Still 2:24 to go. Roman Schneider has the ball, however, briefly.
Yeah, very good time from Bernd Mlady.
Oh, dangerous move here off the post. Oh, well, it is so close, and the goal's coming thick and fast, or the attempted goal's coming thick and fast here. You're going to have eyes on both ends of the pitch simultaneously, and it's still 4 goals each. Still anyone's game for taking. 1 minute 58 to go. Oh, that was looped over the net, and well, I think Roman Schneider's hand would have been in the right place anyway, but it's just a little bit
but he tipped the ball.
Of the bar. He's tipping it away, so it's going to be a corner here for Germany.
Okay.
So dangerous position for Switzerland. Ball played across and into the net.
Germany makes their goal, 5-4.
Well, that may be a critical point in this match. 1 minute 31 seconds to go. Germany go 1 goal ahead. Switzerland need to come back straight away.
But what a semi-final it is. Come on.
Well, there you go. Oh, shot from Loser, but it was wide of the mark again. Well, this really is going to go down to the final few seconds of this match. What a game it has
Germany
been.
goes again. No, they will not show the ball. Now they will keep the ball in the team.
Yeah, it's with the Germans, that 1 goal foremost in the mind that they have ahead of the Swiss.
And not more than 55 seconds to go.
We're into the final minute. It is Bernard Mlady crosses to Gerhard Mlady, and a little moment there. The referee will just point to the spot.
It's too easy, he fell from the bike.
Yeah, and it is for the Swiss to take the free kick here.
Now.
Oh, well, mate, did he miss an opportunity there to launch at the goal? No, Losser got his wheel on that ball, but met resistance from the German goalkeeper.
Let's get ready for the last attack.
Oh, well, can 1 goal be the separating factor here?
20 seconds.
It's getting very close to the conclusion here.
No, what? We didn't see. Okay, he committed.
Commissar replaces the ball. And,
it's a fault from Bernd Ladi
to the German, so it's a free kick here for Switzerland.
17
Dying moments
seconds.
of the second half on the game, 17 seconds to go. This has got to count.
No.
Lossa has the ball, but
I don't think
intercepted by
over.
Maladi.
8, 7,
Appeal
6,
from Roman Schneider,
5,
but in vain.
4, 3, 2,
well, by one
1.
goal
Okay.
here.
Woo!
The end of
for
that
Germany.
match, the defending champions have secured a place in the gold medal final by one goal. But let us take nothing away from the Swiss. What a game they took to the Germans there.
Of course. Whew. Okay.
Wow. Well, breathless here in the commentary box. We're going to do it all again in a moment because Austria and Belgium are about to come into the court. But let's give the crowd the opportunity here to hear the cheers ring out in their celebration of what was a very good game of cycleball indeed.
We saw already 2 games, two very good games this afternoon. Whew. It's hopeful for the rest. 3 games to go.
So that secures a place in the final later today for the team of Germany. They are the defending champions. And the next match, well, it'll be Austria, who topped the table at the end of the qualification rounds. They've had a great championship so far. They, of course, were the gold medalist runners-up last year, the silver in their home tournament in Austria 12 months ago. They would love to reverse the fortunes this time around. They'll be meeting Germany in that final, as they did 12 months ago. But the match for the bronze medal, we'll see once again the return of the Swiss to the playing area here. And the winner of this match will go into that gold medal final with Germany. The loser will go into the bronze medal final, where they will meet Switzerland. So Belgium and Austria will be next onto the court.
And Carl, I hope I won't disappoint you by saying that, but I don't give 1 penny for Belgium now. The Austrian team is so good, they will not give a chance to Belgium. And I think Belgium will think of their next game against Switzerland. They will think, okay, we can't beat the Austrian team, so we play a little more relaxed now and we do everything next game. That's my opinion. So
I suppose it's hard for any team in a World Championship to go into a game resigning themselves to the fact that they're going to lose it before they start. But I can understand what you're saying. Belgium have had a very tough route into this final. They've had some very challenging games, not more so than this morning, when at the very start of competition they found themselves having, I think it was 10 or 11 goals put past them by the German team.
And if they play that offensive against that Austria, it will be again 12.
Yeah, well, you could well be right. So we could see a considerable more activity in the scoreboard department in this game. But you never know what might happen. And, of course, the Belgians are playing in front of their home crowd. They have packed the country hall here in Liège, the rafters this afternoon for this final session of action. And, boy, well, with the first 2 cycleball games completed already, they're being treated to a whole feast of entertainment. So here come the players for this next half final. And first to come out are the home nation of Belgium. Niels Dirks and Brecht Damon are the players here, and their opponents, the team who topped Group A in the qualification stages, are Austria, represented by Marcus Brol and Patrick Schnetzer.
And the Belgium team is trained by my teammate Christophe Baudu, and you see the difference. That team was not like that last year. They make such a progress this year. They play offensive. Last year it was, sometimes you would cry that they were on the field always defense. But now, no. I told them, wonderful tournament for the moment.
Well, there's going to have to be a good combination of both attack and defence by Belgium here if they're going to slow down the relentless charge of the Austrians. They dearly want to take one step further onto the podium this year from the silver medal of 12 months ago in front of their home crowd in Dornbach in Austria 12 months ago. And here is their opportunity.
And they won the toss.
Belgians won the toss, yeah. So is that a good sign? You never know.
Yeah.
So
at least they can hold the ball for 30 seconds.
These early moments will be very critical indeed to the pattern that will develop in this game, I think. Belgium with possession, and they're into the Austrian half, but you can see the Austrians already in a good position to defend any potential move here from the Belgian team. Finding space to attack is the hardest part of the play in Group A, because the defence is very strong indeed, and the Austrians just letting the the Belgians wear themselves out here by passing the ball backwards and forwards. Now they have to intervene.
And the shot for the first corner.
It was indeed. So the ball hit out there by the Austrian defence, so that will be a corner for Belgium. So an early opportunity perhaps for them to take a lead. I can imagine the noise that will be made here inside the country hall if Belgium go one ahead of the favourites.
Yeah, me too.
So here we go. Ball is hit. Oh, and it was very close. It bounced in front of the goal. But they just got there and defended that position. Well, that was a worrying moment for the Austrians.
Yeah, good corner.
Yeah, and they will get the opportunity of hitting this one away.
Yeah, Niels had some problems with the bike.
Well, here we go. So ball back in play. Austrians have it into the Belgian half of the pitch, but hitting the arm, the outstretched arm of the Belgian goalkeeper.
And their first corner.
So that will be a corner for Austria. Now, can they capitalise on this set piece shot from the corner of the court? Let's see if they can get the pressure on the ball here and on to Belgium. Yeah, it's in the net.
Post.
Ricochet, but well, it crosses the line, and that's the bit that matters. 1 goal up now for Austria against Belgium. 5 minutes and 5 seconds of the first half still to go. So the Belgians will get the match back underway. So they need now to really... Oh, that's a good shot, actually, from Belgium. Again. It was good save also. And still dangerous moments here for Austria. But now the play brought to a halt and the ball repositioned. Well, that's exactly what Belgium need to do. As soon as you suffer the loss of a goal, go on the attack and try to snatch the advantage back. But very hard against Austria. Oh, look at that shot from a long way out. That was almost nonchalant, wasn't it? It's the top corner of the net.
So perfect. It hit at the bar and then into the net. It was really perfect done, and at such a speed.
When it's going your way, that will go underneath the bar. When it's not going your way, it'll go over the top. And Austria, 2 goals to the good now against the home team of Belgium. Still 4 minutes and 10 to go in this opening half. Remember, the prize that awaits the winner of this is a place in the gold medal final against the defending champions, Germany. Belgium with the ball at the moment, knocking it back into their own half. Now they go on the attack once more. Austria begin to form up their defensive positions to deny an opportunity for the Belgians, who decide to retain possession.
And the arm is already up from the referee.
They need to shoot here. There's only a certain amount of time you can play the defensive game without an attack. They've got it! Look at that! Nice under the front wheel of the Austrian goalkeeper. Well, that took a little while to brew, but it really did explode away from the front wheel of the Belgian field player to make it 2-1 now for Austria, but the Belgians have got their first score on the board.
And on the post, and now they can counter-attack with 2 players.
Yeah, that's right.
He does it alone.
Well saved, well saved by Austria.
Good.
Moments of panic there for the favourites as the Belgians went on the attack. That Austrian shot ricocheted off the bar and the Belgians picked it up and ran with it. But fortunate moments, long shot there from the Belgian goalkeeper, but straight onto the wheel of the Belgian goalkeeper here. So it is 2 goals to 1, 2 minutes 57 remain in this opening half of our second semi-final in the cycleball Group A. This is Belgium in the blue, Austria in the red. And the attack's beginning to develop once more. Ball with the Belgians. The crowd roar begins to build when they sense the Belgians get closer to that Austrian goal.
And again, the arm is high.
Yeah, that means that it's time to stop finessing and take a shot on goal.
Okay.
There it is, but it's a long way out.
And it was a shot to the referee.
Yeah, it was. Put your hand down and hit the ball at it.
Yes,
that's exactly what happened.
How high can you hide?
Yeah, I can hit it higher than you are. So yeah, all good stuff. But
nice save from
because the Austrians just took that opportunity to bring the ball back into play and attack the Belgian goal. But the goalkeeper was there and managed to get it out of the danger zone.
But again, a corner, deadly corner from Austria.
Yeah, this could be 3-1 if the Belgians aren't very watchful indeed. Yeah, and there it is.
It is. 2 corners.
Well, it was a low 5 rather than a high 5 between the 2 Austrians, but the celebration continues nonetheless. They go 3 goals to 1 to the good. Still 1 minute 42 to go in this opening half.
But for the moment, the Belgians are playing good. Eh? not overclassed by
the
Austria.
By Austria, but they just need to make sure they don't allow this to slip away from them, because they need to keep the concentration not only for the remaining 1 minute 26 here, but the next 7 minutes of the second half as well. But at the moment, the crowd here are enjoying this very much indeed, and they're cheering on their home nation of Belgium here in Liège. We're not too far away from the Standard Liège football ground, which is just outside.
And again, the same standard situation.
Yeah,
good. Well done, well done.
And Belgium have the ball still. The goal was open there for a moment, but couldn't quite get the wheel onto the ball.
It was one move too much from Brecht.
He
had to shoot.
Out of position. Well, that's what they need to do. The shot at goal hits the net, hits the top crossbar of the Belgian goal.
And again,
the Austrians are back though in the area here, and again a threatening move here from Austria. If they were to go 4-1 up at half-time, that would be a mountain to climb here for Belgians, who did start this game as the underdogs. Austria, of course, coming out the winners of the qualification rounds of Group A, and they've got an open goal here, but just into the side of the netting.
Yeah, but it's a free kick for Austria. A little fault from Brechtdamen.
So these will be the closing action of the first half. Just 11 seconds remain.
And I'm afraid
it's the inevitable, perhaps.
Yeah.
Austria go 5-1 up, and well, that will be a significant moment.
Yeah.
That is half-time.
Yeah, it's half-time, 4-1.
So time for the Belgians perhaps to regroup here.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, huh?
Yeah, it does indeed, and when you're trying to secure a place in the gold medal final, sometimes, particularly in those closing moments when you're willing that half-time whistle, it can seem an awfully long time before the match comes to a halt. So it's 4-1 for Austria against Belgium at the completion of the opening half in this second half final. We've already seen a real humdinger in the first half final, where Germany, the defending champions, came out on top in a very hard-fought match with Switzerland. Switzerland you'll see in the bronze medal final later. And at the moment it looks as though Belgium will be their opponents, but I think, not wishing to disagree with my colleague Peter alongside me, who knows far more about cycleball than I will ever know, but I think the Belgians have gone into this with a more positive attitude perhaps than you may have thought at the start, and they thought it just played for a place in that bronze medal final. They really have battled hard to try and get goals, and the gap is not all that significant, just about 3 separating the Austrians from the Belgians at the moment. If they come back hard at the start of this half, they might just see a glimmer of opportunity.
I think you are in this game you are too positive. I think the Belgians are happy that they won't have 8 or 9 goals. So it's a difficult second half for them, because what will you do? Will you try to go back and come back and risk that you have 10 goals, or will you play more defensively, keeping the ball into your team? I don't know, and it's hard to keep your ball 1 minute with you. It's very hard. Conditional.
You see, you say that because you know what you're talking about. It's just I'm an internal optimist. That's also
no.
hoping that
but you're correct.
Will have a good game. But
it's good that you're so optimistic.
Good. Well, we like to bring a little bit of optimism into the commentary box occasionally, however misplaced it may be. But it's pretty good at the moment. Austria 4-1, but
and a nice save from Brecht.
First goal, I think, in this half may set the tone for the remaining 7 minutes, and if it's in favour of Austria, well, I think the Belgians' fate then may be sealed. But 4-1, and that first attacking move has no result, but it's a sign of things to come, I think. And 6 minutes 40 still on the clock. A little hush falls over the stadium here as they concentrate their attention on the very, very significant ball play going on here. Try and gain the advantage. Defence very strong indeed from Austria. Belgium trying desperately to find a way around, but they find themselves back into their own half of the pitch. Now they go on the attack once more, but taken to the side of the court. So again, they have to look for a way through. Won't be too long again before they are advised they need to try and make the attacker. The referee's arm goes up.
And in the empty goal, you see Marcus
the undefended goal. So concentrated with Belgium on the attacking moves, they left the goal unprotected, and the ball fell at the wheel of the Austrians, and they said thank you very much, we're going to hit that into your empty net. So they go 5-1 up. Now the pressure really is on Belgium.
But my opinion, I think they are both saving their breath for the next game. The Austria knows, okay, next game is so important. what about the 5-1? We don't lose anymore. And Belgium said, okay, we can win anymore. Switzerland now is more important.
Both teams, of course, know in terms of Austria, they're guaranteed a medal of some description, and Belgium have got a chance perhaps against Switzerland, although that will be an intriguing match, I think, with the way the Swiss have been playing. But the finals of this cycle ball will be deserving of these World Championships. There's been 3 days of absolutely intense action on the cycle ball pitch, and 5 goals to 1 for Austria with 5 minutes and 1 second to go in the second half. Belgium have possession in front of their home crowd, but the goals eluding them at the moment, and that one again hit away from the danger zone.
Yeah, but nice catch from Patrick Schneider. You know, Marcus Ball is so fast, such a good defender, and when you can pass him, then you have Patrick Schneider in the goal, so it's so difficult to play.
Yep. So
again, what a good corner and what a nice catch from Patrick.
Yeah, fended away well. Belgians running for the ball. Well,
Yeah.
if they can run on a bike, they go for it. And looped over the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, timeout called by the referee.
Mm-hmm.
A little discussion going on here.
Yellow
with the
card for
Austrians.
Patrick Schneider.
You think that
I
was a
think
goal?
he said something not so nice.
Yeah, the yellow
Probably.
card. Well, it's probably as well you can't lip read on your TV screens, but I think you can deduce the outcome of that as the referee showed him the yellow card. Well, we haven't seen too many of those during the course of this tournament, but obviously tensions running high now with the finals approaching, and Austrians will already be thinking of how they can beat Germany this year and not finish as runners up once more. Good save
good
there
shot,
from
but good shot from
Schneider in the
Brecht.
goal.
And Marcus on the ball. Oh, nice from Brecht.
Yeah.
No, it's penalty.
Oh dear, well, the confirmation of that yellow card just announced to the audience here.
I don't think
in
he
the
would
stadium.
ask, how's your wife, how are you this morning?
No,
I think it was something
how's
else.
your father doing?
No,
yeah,
no,
that's
no.
right. Yeah, if you have one, that kind of conversation, I think it was. So here we go. Shot
On
on
the
goal.
post.
Oh, it hit the post, and well, the Belgians' lucky escape, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was a powerful shot. You could see the ricochet that displaced the goal from its correct position. The commissaire at the side of the court just putting it back in the right place.
That's why the goals are from Steele.
That's either from steel and why they're not attached to the ground. Otherwise, we'd have ripped the floor from the country hall before today.
But like I told you, you won't see a lot of cycleball anymore. Just Austria is considering the score, and Belgium is take it easy. No bread to lose.
Yeah, both teams are considering their opponents they're going to meet in
Yes,
the medal
yes.
finals. Austria, of course, will be taking on last year's champions, to whom they finished second in their home nation last year. And Belgium will be wondering how they can overcome the power of the Swiss team, or how they can mute the sound of the cowbells, maybe. So 2 minutes 54 still to go in this second half.
Yeah, nice nice down for Brecht with his back wheel.
Observed a little bit more neutral play going on now, defensive play. Both teams think about matches yet to come.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying the Belgians have given up here, but the Austrians giving them no ground to work in at all.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah,
The crowd feels it too.
It is. The hush has descended because the Belgians know that they're facing defeat here, and they know they will have a tough game against Switzerland as well.
And a good from the audience, because it was a good pass from Brecht to Niels.
Yeah, well, very knowledgeable crowd indeed here in Belgium. This game originates in Germany, just over the German border here in Liège, so very knowledgeable supporters indeed.
Yeah, it was difficult to say from the referee. You could give the fault to both sides.
Well, it's Belgium who get to knock the ball back into play. 1 minute 58 to go, and still the crowd focused on the movement of the ball here, backwards and forwards across the court, waiting perhaps for that final whistle, which will see now pretty assuredly Austria meeting Germany for the gold medal final, and Belgium taking on the power of Switzerland for the bronze medal.
And you see both are happy with the 5-1.
Well, look
nice
at that.
shot from Brecht.
The one dangerous moment, of course, was if the Austrians got a little bit complacent, that we're just into thinking about the next match now, and the Belgians wound themselves up and fired that shot at goal. 5-2 to Austria.
Yep. But okay, it's only for the statistics.
It's only for the statistics, it's only for the crowd, but it
Yeah.
resulted in a huge cheer from the Belgian crowd. And the Austrians say, well, okay,
Okay,
if you're going to do it,
I
we're going
can
to do
do
it. 6-2 now for Austria. So the momentum once again shifts, the equilibrium refocuses, and the differential is still 4 goals between Austria with 6
an empty goal.
Belgium with 2. 1
Back
minute, 3 seconds to go,
and
Austria take another one.
Yeah, you could see
7-2.
it was the goalkeeper who was in front, and the defender was in the goal, so that's always different and difficult.
Yeah. One of the two players does specialise as the goalkeeper, although the position sometimes reversed depending how the play is happening. But long ball there from Austria over the top of the Belgian goal. And the Austrians now, well, 7 goals to 2.
Yes, and Belgium will be happy with 7-2.
Yeah, that's an unassailable position now for Belgium. Any goals they manage to score now will just be a consolation. And they'll be thinking even now about the bronze medal opportunity that awaits when they take on Switzerland. And Austria, of course, will be lining up against Germany for the final competitive action of these World Championships, the gold medal final in the cycleball. Closing moments of this second half. Last 5 seconds
there's the
remaining.
A2, there is the A2, thank you.
Well, the goal was left open. Doesn't matter now anyway, in fact, for either team. But whether it's 7-2 or 8-2, it is victory for Austria. Yes. They go into the gold medal final where they will meet Germany. And Belgium, well, they will go into the bronze medal final where they will take on the team from Switzerland. Yeah,
and to play for the bronze medal is already a victory for that Belgium team.
Absolutely right, and I'm sure they will give it their all to try and overcome that very, very strong Swiss team. That's going to be an intriguing. In fact, they're both going to be intriguing matches, which will be bringing these championships to a great finale later this afternoon.
Yep.
The big mops are out on the court, and that's a sure sign that we're about to change disciplines. We're going to breathe in and relax for a few moments. Peter's going to go for a little lie down, I think, underneath a damp towel. Meanwhile, I shall retain my seat in the commentary box while we bring you the first action this afternoon in the artistic cycling competition. It is the Pairs Women's Final due next on to the arena here. Meanwhile, the team's just posing for the photographs at the end of that final.
And tonight it goes on national TV in Belgium.
Oh, right, okay. So, yeah, the whole of Belgium will no doubt be rooted in front of the TV screens on this Sunday evening to hopefully cheer on their home team on the way, potentially, to a bronze medal if they can beat Switzerland.
Okay, Carl. See you later.
Okay, Peter. And we shall look forward to your company once again. It's Peter deserting me in the commentary box briefly, but I shall be joined very rapidly by Katharina Schwartz, herself a former champion of the women's doubles pairs artistic cycling. Great knowledge being brought into the commentary box by Katharina here, and it will be brought to bear when we talk you through the action in these 4 matches here, which are the finals. 4 competitors, 3 medals at stake. Just a quick guide to how the competition will unfold for you. Each team made up in this pairs women of 2 competitors. They have the majority of their routine will be completed on 2 bicycles, and then the remaining exercises on 1. Most of them choose to start on 2 and then complete the routine on 1. The only exception that we saw a little bit earlier in the qualification rounds. The score you see initially on your screen, which is 122.9 for Christinja and Steinmann of Switzerland, is the maximum score they would hope to achieve if they successfully deliver all of their nominated exercises without any demerit points. There are a row of commissaires at the side of the arena with a very, very careful eye on every single move that takes place, and any infringements of the regulations, of which there are many regulations to infringe, will be penalised by a deduction in points. The only possible opportunity to increase your points is if you stipulate an exercise you're going to perform and then exceed the parameters of it by doing more turns, for example, or more spins. So that can earn you points, and that's the only point in which the score will go up. Most of the time it goes downward, And of course, at the end of the competition, it is the pair with the highest score who not only will be the winners, but will be the world champions and the recipients of the gold medal. So the first pairing that we are about to see are the pair from Switzerland, Christinger and Steinmann. It's Irina Christinger and Nathalie Steinmann. They recorded a score of 98.78 in the qualification round this morning. Their target this morning, and indeed this afternoon, 122.9. So a good performance from both of the Swiss pairs actually this morning. But Christinger and Steinmann first to go, and I welcome formally into the commentary box Katharina Schwartz alongside me to talk us through the action. And Katharina, an intriguing battle lies ahead here in your favourite discipline of artistic cycling,
yes,
the women's
right.
pairs.
That's my discipline I also competed for, so I'm very excited now what will happen in this final. We see now the bronze medalists of the European Championships this year, so they definitely want to go into the medal position, I think.
Well, they've got a 1 in 4 chance here of securing the gold. The time will begin when they indicate that they are ready to start. They're allowed to take up the first position on the bike before they call the start. Then the clock begins to tick. Total time of 5 minutes to complete the nominated exercises.
Yes, and they begin with the turns on the spot.
We're looking not only for
deduction,
technical perfection, but also for perfect symmetry when we have got both of the pairs each on their own bicycle. They have to touch hands at the beginning and the end of each of the exercises as well, which have to end in the centre of the arena.
Yes, we now see the mill executed in the handlebar, seat raiser reverse, and the single ribbon.
Completely different atmosphere for the artistic cycling from the hullabaloo that erupted around the cycleball a few moments ago, but that's because the crowd are so focused on what's happening here, and the musical accompaniment that gives the competitors a cue to the time. They must make sure they complete all of those nominated exercises within the allocated 5 minutes. If they go over again, they lose points.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the finals in artistic cycling, you can nearly hear a pin drop.
I think you could definitely hear a pin drop out there at the moment. 121.09, just about a minute and a half of this 5-minute routine completed so far. And I think a pretty good start here for this Swiss duo.
Yes, they did a good job so far with their raiser forward and backward and turns on the spot. No major mistakes yet. And now we see the spin backwards in the regular seat raiser. And let's see if they can grab each other. No. No.
Oh, just about.
The other girl had to be...
bit of effort, didn't it?
Yeah, it was an effort. It had to go slowly, waiting for the other to come. But they managed this.
We did establish earlier that the major cue as to your position is by glancing down at the markings on the court.
Another spin will follow, and let's see if they do 3 spins in an area of 50 centimeters together, and I don't think they did, and that's what the judges also say. No, at least one.
I lost count at the start, so good job I'm not a judge. But 116.71 currently for Steinmann and Christinger of Switzerland. Past the halfway mark, 2 minutes 42 to go.
And now...
Oh, and that's the first significant error we've seen.
That was a fall. She saved it for her best because she grabbed her partner, but it is a deduction of 2 points minimum.
Need to be watchful here. A little lean to the side there as they came together to touch hands. Now they'll dispense with the second bike. Well caught by the coach, and the remainder of the exercises will be completed with both riders on one machine.
113. I think in the qualification round they achieved 113.74, if I'm right.
98.78 was their finishing score.
I was mistaken.
You weren't far off.
So they're above their qualifying score.
Yeah, and this, of course, is the moment to deliver it in the medals competition. 4 teams qualified, the 4 teams with the highest scores qualified into these matches for the medals. The top 3 will be gold, silver and bronze.
They're on a good way, I think, but in the qualifying round, they made a mistake quite at the end of their routine in the shoulder stand and the head tube raiser position. So the last minute now is ahead of them, and we see the handlebar seat raiser with shoulder seat directly going into the head tube raiser with shoulder seat, and now it's exactly the moment where they had problems in the qualifying round. Let's see if they can do it in the finals.
Well, that will probably be on their mind, but he's focusing and looking beyond that. 111.35, the last 20 seconds of this routine.
Now she can stand it, so we'll be in time, I think. 10 seconds left now, last exercise.
And the dismount cleanly made, and the joyful celebration as they complete that with 110.18. That's subject to a little bit of adjustment before we can confirm the score exactly, as our commissaires at the side of the arena confer, and the chief commissaire is charged with making the decision of the final number of points. But Steinmann and Christinger of Switzerland off to a good start in these finals. 110.18, that's now confirmed as their score, so they are ranked number 1 after the first of our routines. 110.18.
I think that's a result that can make it to the medal position, because Rosa Kopf and Svenja Bachmann, who are following now, achieved 113.74. That's what maybe this could be difficult for them. No mistake now for the Austrian girls.
It's the Austrian duo. They were 5th last year in the World Championships, starting with 124.5 as their target score. And as Katharina said, she knew there was 113 involved somewhere in the qualification around this one. And it's this duo who posted that particular score, 113.74 for Svenja Bachmann and Rosa Kopf of Austria.
They are the holders of the Austrian record with 119.97, so they can do it.
Yeah, if they can emulate that kind of performance, they will push Steinmann and Christinger down into 2nd place. But a whole different type of pressure at the World Championships, and of course, as artistic cycling is not an Olympic sport, this is the highest level of competition that you will meet as an artistic cyclist. So again, the hush descends over the country hall here in Liège as we get ready for the start of this routine. Kopf and Bachmann of Austria are ready to go.
So anything more than 110.18 and the medal will be in their hands. Music started, and they start with the headstand in the straddle position. Following with the handlebar turn. I think a meter was missing there to complete the exercise. That's why they got a deduction of 10%.
So the score drops to 123.87. Their target is to better 110.18, 45 seconds completed so far. And you'll notice a contrast here. These were the only pairing in qualification here in the finals to start with the single bike and then swap to pairs for the second half of their routine.
Now we see the shoulder stand in the regular seat raiser position.
Well, an extra amount of physical exertion involved when you're both on board the single bicycle. That's why most of them do it the other way around, as we were saying earlier in commentary, that when you get on board the single bike, those muscles begin to twitch a little bit, but the Austrians confident that they can deliver the performance the opposite way around. At the moment, who's to say they're wrong? 122.94 after 1 minute and 39 seconds.
Yeah, they didn't lose many points, and now they're already in the head tube raiser position and climbing up to the shoulder stand. She found a good stand. Nice execution. You see a little bit that the pedals are not moving fluently. That's why they get a deduction of half a point.
Yeah, they have to pedal smoothly, and at the dismount, the second bike is wheeled into the arena, 122.07, 121.91 now. As the score ticks down, 2 minutes 20, so we're just almost at the halfway point. So the bulk of the programme is performed on the individual bikes here, one rider on one bike. And they, of course, are looking for the symmetry and for the touching at the start and end of the exercises that you saw in the preceding competition as well. So the remaining time, 121.74 is the current score.
Yes, and we see the head tube raiser reverse. And the turn on the spot, we saw 2. Was a good job. I think it was on the point, and they grabbed each other after 2 turns. And they are really in their routine. You have the feeling they dipped in.
Yeah, they've come into this with a degree of confidence, haven't they? And that's been reflected in the performance so far. 121.27, still a comfortable 21 points ahead, 11 points actually ahead of Steinman and Christinger. But just over a minute and a half to go. So they need to keep that focus right through to the conclusion of the 5 minutes.
Yes, they are above 120. Looks good for them. Now the headstand. That should be no deduction. Slightly. And now the handlebar stand.
So into the final 40 seconds or so of this routine, which has been executed extremely well by the Austrian pairing here. 120.34. That will of course be subject to final adjustment, but it doesn't look as though they're going to fall too much below that point, and that will give them the lead with 2 pairs yet to go. 119.87, the final half minute.
Yes, and it looks good if they are not running out of time and they do not make any major mistakes. Then I think this will be a medal. And the last turn.
Oh, they just missed the joining of the hands.
Yes. That's what they did in the qualifying round also.
Well, that will reduce the score to at least 117.91. The embrace comes, and they have done enough, I think, to take the bronze medal at least.
Yes, I think it will be a deduction of 50%, and they didn't fall. They grabbed each other, so they saved it.
And that score is confirmed, so that is guaranteed a medal now for Kopf and Bachmann with just 2 more pairs to go. 116.21 is the final confirmed score. Just losing the majority of the points towards the end of that performance. And maybe that is perhaps why the majority of teams we see do it the other way around and complete the solo work at the end of the routine rather than at the beginning. But that's a great performance nevertheless, and what do I know? So that is the 149.90, the next score that comes onto the board, and these are the sisters Brinksen and Brinksen, and this is the penultimate round of this finals, and this is going to be a very good contest indeed. The remaining 2 pairs from Germany, It is Lisa Brinkson and Lena Brinkson who are first to go. Their target score 149.9, and they were last year's silver medalists.
Yes, and they already participated in 3 World Championships. They are the WISE World Championships 2015, 16 and 17, and also the European Champions of this year, 2018.
So, the little word between them, the little gestures as well, everything just a little bit of teeing themselves up, focusing their minds, absolutely. A little bow to the crowd, who acknowledge it with a round of applause. It'd be an even broader smile if they can stay at or around that 149.9. Biggest score that we've seen so far at the start of this competition for Brinkson and the Brinkson, the sisters from Germany, are 5 seconds into their routine.
Yes, and they start with the stand raiser turn. And the head tube raiser reverse turn follows. It was okay. And then the spin in the same position. Some problems.
Oh yes, a real problem there, because had to dismount and get back on, and that will have cost points.
Yes, it will be a fall, 2 points, and yeah, I think 50% of deduction for the exercise.
They started with a considerable margin. 143.50 is the current running total as you approach the completion of the opening minute of this 5-minute routine. 116.21 is the target not to fall below if they go to the top of the rankings with 1 team to go.
Yes. We are already in the 2nd minute, and we see the regular raiser seats backwards spin, and let's see if they're free. 1, 2, 3. I think that was okay.
They need just to tidy it up at the end like that and finish in the center with hands locked together, so that was a little more consistent than the previous exercise. 142.95.
3 is also okay. It's a critical phase when they come together and cannot grab each other, but it was okay so far.
Yeah, it's all about the positioning and the symmetry between the two. So with 2 minutes gone, 141.89. Despite that very notable error a little earlier, their points score is still a substantial one.
Yeah, I think they dismissed the mistake from their heads.
Well, they're going to get rid of bike number 2 and the remainder of the program on the single bike. Going to see handstands, and in fact the first thing will be a headstand here on the saddle for the first exercise.
And the saddle and the handlebar support straddle. 141 points, and now we see the first shoulder stand.
Raising the front wheel off the ground, taking the hands off the handlebars.
The 20-year-old Lisa is standing on the shoulders of her sister, 23 years of age.
And that unique communication that can occur between siblings of great value here in this pairs artistic cycling. The older sister on the bike, younger on her shoulders. 141.42 is the score currently, 3 minutes 20. So
and that's the exercise they had problem in the qualifying round. Let's see. What do you do now? Okay.
Well, it's a sign of the confidence that they were prepared to attempt it once again when it really matters in the battle for the medals.
In my opinion, the legs were a little bit too low, but for the judges it went well, so it's okay. And now already the last part starts.
Just ticking around to 4 minutes gone, 140.59 for the Brinkson sisters from Germany.
So that's the score. Caroline Wood and Sophie Marie Nattmann scored in the qualifying round. So it's a word.
This is definitely going to be close between the two German pairings for the gold medal. 4:28 now as the final half minute comes round, 137.17, so the score just dropping a little here, but still comfortably ahead of Kampf von Bachmann.
Yes, they are now in the last shoulder stand. Backwards. We have 12 seconds left. I think they will be in time. So, except of the little mistake at the beginning, they did a good job.
And they embrace at the end of that routine, 135.54, subject to final correction for the sisters Brinkson from Germany, Lisa Brinkson and Lena Brinkson.
And they have the motto, remember why you started. So,
well, the important part of that is to remember when you finish as well. And they did that very well within the 5 minutes and are ranked number one. 135.24 is their final confirmed score.
now it's getting exciting.
Well, it is the final pairing in this pairs women artistic cycling final. And once again, it is Germany represented here. And the two players in this one are Sophie Marie Nattmann and Caroline Wirth from Germany. They recorded a score of 140.65 in qualification earlier today. If they were to repeat that or very near, then they would get the gold medal.
Yes, anything more than 135.24 and the gold medal is in their hands, so...
Well, we've already heard the German national anthem on several occasions during these World Championships, and if what we expect to happen here is confirmed and Nattmann and Wirth repeat that incredible performance from this morning, we'll see gold and silver going to Germany. But of course, 5 minutes lie between them and a potential medal. Kampf von Bachmann lying second, 116.21, and Steinmann and Christinger are Switzerland third with 110.18. So, as we said, the target to beat 135.24 for Wirth and Nattmann of Germany, and they are ready to go.
And they are the vice world champion, they are the German champions and the World Cup winners. They dominated the German season this year, so let's see if they can do it at the World Championships as well, starting with the stand raiser, turn, good execution.
Well, it's really important to get off to a confident start, and their exercise set out on the evaluation sheets will be geared to ensure that they put the very best moves right at the start here to get themselves off to a confident 5-minute routine, 149.83. Again, these have chosen to start on the two bikes, which is the majority of the competitors do.
Just go. Okay, had problems here, but they saved it with minimal deductions. Now it's just about keeping calm, keeping concentrated. They know that they can do it. They know that they can manage their routine.
Important, of course, not to be overconfident, but I'm sure with the experience they bring here that they know exactly what they're doing. And we saw a great performance from them in qualification this one. Little wobble there as they just came round to complete that.
Their motto is teamwork makes dreams work.
I've heard that before. That might not be unique to them. But whatever inspires you, and it certainly is inspiring them at the moment. 147.52 for Wirth and Nattmann of Germany. 1 minute and 33 on the countdown clock already.
And 12 points away from Bringsken. Showing the regular seat raiser. Oh, this could be brought. Caroline finished. Sophie finished her twist, and Caroline was in the middle of. But they fight through it and save it with minimal deductions. They have 146.15 when they change to one bike.
Yep, 2 minutes 10 gone of this performance, so they're still ahead, but they need to deliver the remaining elements with precision to ensure that they can challenge to take that gold medal.
Yeah, no mistakes are allowed here to win the gold medal.
Just 11 points separate them from their compatriots, the Brinkson sisters, on 135.24. So tense moments in Country Hall here in Liège, in this final element in the women's pairs artistic cycling.
We see the handstand in the regular seat position. Very good execution here from Caroline, and climbing up to the shoulder stand in the regular raiser position, going forward and then also backwards. 2 minutes left and no mistakes so far. Let's see what the spin brings. That's where they get a deduction in the qualifying round. Let's see if she can do 3 on the point. I think it's okay. Just moved a little bit. That's why we saw 1 point of a deduction.
Yeah, 9 points differential now, more or less, between Worth Natman and the Brinksons. 144.78. 3 minutes 54, so we don't be too far away from the final minute.
Turn 1. Good, and now the last passage going into the shoulder stand, and then the passage to the handlebar seat with shoulder stand, going backward, and then a very difficult exercise going forward and then going backward, which is very difficult. Just stand here. Oh no, oh no.
Oh.
That's a pity.
Yeah.
So I think that was the medal, because they are running out of time now.
141, the score descends to 139. Well, it's dropping ever closer to that score of Brinkson and Brinkson, 135.24.
Yes, and they have no time now. And
and it's all gone a little bit wrong at the end of that one, unfortunately.
That's a pity.
And they're understandably upset, because they've seen the gold medal slip through their fingers quite literally. At the end of that routine, the score drops to 121.4 as we wait
very
for
near to the Austrian
final confirmation. Absolutely. They may just hang on to that silver medal, but I can tell you that the German celebrations won't be interrupted for too long, because that means that the gold medal winners will be Lisa and Lena Brinkson of Germany.
Nevertheless, it was their first championships.
Yeah, it's all a learning experience, isn't it? I mean, the initial disappointment which inevitably they had when in front of a world audience, they ended not the way they wanted to, but they will use that, and they'll go forward into the next competitions and get strength from it, I'm sure, because they're a very, very capable duo as well. And the artistic cycling in the women's pairs comes to a conclusion. They are confirmed ranked second, 121.4, so it's first and second place for Germany. But perhaps slightly unexpectedly, it is Lisa and Lena Brinkson who will take the top step on the podium and the gold medal. Sophie Marie Natman and Caroline Worth will take the silver. And the bronze medal, that will go to all the Austrians, Svena Bachmann and Rosa Kopf.
Yes, they lost the medal in the last 5 minutes. 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 30 or 40 seconds.
Yeah, it all slipped away from them and we saw it happen. And I can tell you at the moment that they're inconsolable. They're just outside our commentary position here. And you do have to feel for them, but that's what competition is all about. Sometimes it doesn't quite work out. And I'm sure once the disappointment has passed, that they will, as I said, take something good out of that performance,
yes,
which for the majority of it was good.
It's a silver medal at the World Championships.
That's correct, and that is the focus now that they must keep in their minds, that they are the second best in this competition, and that is no mean feat at all. We've seen some very good artistic cycling indeed in the women's pairs, and with that second position for those pairing of Knapman and Wirth, 121.40. So shortly we will bring you the victory ceremony for the pairs women artistic cycling. Let me just whet your appetite for the remaining competitions here this afternoon. This is the final day, day 3 of the UCI World Indoor Cycling Championships, here live from the country hall, Liège in Belgium. And well, it has really been a great 3 days of competition. This afternoon really is the grand finale. We're seeing some superb action both in cycleball and in artistic cycling. It's cycleball that will be up next following the victory ceremony, and we will have the match between Belgium, the home nation, and Switzerland for the bronze medal. Got more artistic cycling then, as the single men's final will take place. And following their victory ceremony, the last action of these championships will be the gold medal final in the cycleball, and that'll be played between Germany and Austria, last year's first and second place in the competition 12 months ago. So a real feast of entertainment for you here this afternoon if you're watching via our live stream. And we've had a great 3 days here in Liège in Belgium. Knowledgeable crowd enjoying the cycling, an incredibly friendly atmosphere that pervades every aspect of this sport. You may have seen some aspects of that during the course of the afternoon. It's the battle on the cycleball court, but it's all smiles and congratulations to team members at the end. And just wait till you see our first victory ceremony here, if you've not seen one in our preceding coverage. Once the medals have been presented, the rainbow jerseys are safely on the shoulders of the gold medal winners, and the anthems have been played, then it is a party atmosphere. So the medal winners are paraded around the stadium by other members of their team. It really is something to see, and characterises the friendly atmosphere of these indoor cycling championships. So the flags just being secured to the flagpole, and we can now bring you the victory ceremony for the women's pairs artistic cycling. The UCI anthem will bring the medalists and the presentation party onto our podium. And the medals and jersey will be presented by Tony Kirsch, member of the UCI Management Committee. And we'll begin with the presentation of the bronze medal to Austria, Svena Bachmann and Rosa Kopf. It's a very good performance indeed from the Austrians, and smiling as you would expect. Moving on to the silver medalists, well, tinged with disappointment, of course, the embrace from the Austrian pair for the silver medalists and the gold medalists as well. Again, this characterises our victory ceremonies at the indoor cycling. Just shows you how much respect these athletes have for each other. So the silver medal, Sophie Marie Natman and Caroline Wirth of Germany. The tears now will be subsided by the receipt of the silver medal. Embrace with their teammates as well. Well, as we've said, any disappointment has to be weighed against the fact that they are silver medal winners at a World Championship. And I'm sure with the majority of the performance we saw from them, they will have their day before too long. But the top step of the podium on this occasion will also be occupied by Germany. That is the sisters Lisa and Lena Brinksken. They are the gold medalists and they are the world champions.
Happy faces.
Well, it may well just be the proudest moment of their career so far as they zip up those rainbow jerseys. And, well, those rainbow stripes will be with them throughout the rest of their artistic cycling career. Because even as a former world champion, you get to display the rainbow bands around the sleeve and the collar of your jersey. And on the top step of the podium are our gold medal winners and world champions, Lisa Brinksken and Lena Brinksken of Germany. They will now receive the flowers, beginning with the Austrian pair, Kopf and Bachmann. Then Wirth and Natman, the silver medalists. And then the final bouquets for the gold medal winners, Lisa Brinksken and Lena Brinksken from Germany. Well, the artistic cycling medals thus far have been dominated by Germany, and it was the nation in which this competition, this type of sport, was devised and is still the most popular part of the world for artistic cycling. But I have to tell you that as the crowd here listen to the German national anthem, that the spread of artistic cycling is growing. I've been chatting to Catherine about this earlier in the day, but the tentacles are spreading wider. It's not just Central Europe now, but elsewhere in the world we're starting to see artistic cycling really take off.
Yes, also in the Asian region we see many sportsmen and athletes, so it's not only a European sport.
Yeah,
really
Hong
not.
Kong, Malaysia, we've had contestants from Macau, which is part of China as well, here at the championships this year. And of course the European nations, Austria, Germany, Czech Republic, Switzerland, Netherlands, all strongly represented. Not quite got it in my home nation of Great Britain yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time before again the spread of artistic cycling.
Ago.
Okay.
It was, but some years ago.
Maybe we've lost some impetus on that, but I think if people came along to witness the atmosphere here, which we're doing our best to convey to you with our live TV stream, but like most sports events, the best place to be to thoroughly get absorbed in it is actually at the stadium where it's taking place. And as they take the top step on the podium, the celebrations are about to get even more serious, because I think you'll find that our medal winners here will be hoisted aloft by their teammates and paraded around the arena for the crowd to applaud. You see the disappointment still, unfortunately, on the face of the silver medalists there, but I'm sure they will get involved in the spirit of this as well, as they are greeted by the Belgian crowd here as the celebrations will continue. So our live coverage continuing on the UCI YouTube channel. There we go, the medals being held out. We may well get the money shot that all the photographers want is put it in your mouth, make sure it's not a chocolate one. We always see them having a little nibble at the side of the medal. They've not quite got to that one yet. But, there we go.
I think we will.
I think you're right. I think they will.
Ah?
The photographers always call for it, and well, maybe
So
not.
no.
Maybe this is a new era in medal winner photography. No, it's just going to be the gold medal winners. It's going to happen now. I guarantee it. And if you're wondering why all of these other people are appearing on the podium, well, you're about to find out, because this will be the parade of our champions around the arena. They'll be hoisted onto the shoulders of the teammates, and they'll be taken around the arena with the crowd able to see them close up once again and show them the support. The German flags being waved here, and it really is a celebration. It's a party, really, at the end of the serious victory ceremony. Look at this, the Austrians propelled into the centre of the court.
And that's the moment you will laugh, no matter what.
Yeah,
you will laugh.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll dry the tears of disappointment, because you've got the whole crowd here applauding, the party atmosphere, the dance music playing out here, and reminds me a little bit of the atmosphere you get in 6-day racing across Europe for the indoor velodromes in the winter season. And of course, none more so than the Ghent 6, which takes place not a million miles away from Liège here. And it is really a half sports event, half party. But of course, these are the World Championships, so we take the competition very seriously indeed. But we also take the celebrations very seriously indeed as well. Here we go, the waving of the flags in front of the crowd, who wave back in unison. You see many, many balloons also dotted around the arena. And you've also seen a little bit earlier, if you were with us at the beginning of our coverage this afternoon, the Swiss cowbell ringers. They will be on the way back very shortly, I suspect, because Switzerland will be next on the court with the home nation of Belgium in the bronze medal final for the cycleball. Meanwhile, the parade of women's pairs artistic cycling medalists continues. And the photographer gets in the middle. This is going to be a good shot, isn't it?
That's a cool
This is
picture.
when you want to remember you've put the film in your camera. Now he's got to get out again. I wonder if someone's going to help him. Well, I imagine that one will be heading straight for Instagram. Other photo sharing sites are, of course, available. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. And, well, there you go. That's given you a taste of the celebrations that erupt after each and every one of our medal ceremonies. We've got more to come this afternoon, of course. The next celebration of winners will be the winners' ceremony for the single men's artistic cycling. And our competition programme this afternoon will eventually come to a conclusion with the winners' ceremony for the cycleball final between Germany and Austria. Will we hear the German national anthem again? Well, it's going to be a tough match with Austria. That's yet to come. Proceedings will draw to a close here in the country hall here in Liège today with the closing ceremony of these championships. And focus then will be turned to next year, when the competition will take place in Basel, Switzerland. And it's appropriate that we mention Switzerland, because that will be next on court, as we have mentioned. We're returning our focus now to the world of cycleball. I should not let mention without passing, though. I think that's Katharina's final appearance with us this afternoon. So if it is, I want to extend my very grateful thanks to Katharina for joining us in the commentary box over the last couple of days. Your knowledge of your sport has really helped us, I'm sure, the people watching as well, the passion and knowledge you have about the sport of artistic cycling. It's been a pleasure to have you here in the commentary box, and we hope you've enjoyed your time with us.
Yes, definitely, and thank you for having me here.
It's our very great pleasure. Anytime. So let us move on then to the bronze medal final of the cycleball competition. Thank you. Well, they're the teams who lost out in the semi-final stage of the competition. And we've been wondering what this match will prove to be like. Belgium, the home team here. They did lose out in their match a little bit earlier. Slight inevitability of the match with Austria. But they're back here to contest the bronze medal with the Swiss. We've seen how strongly the Swiss team can play as well. And we've seen great performances from the Swiss team. Roman Schneider and Paul Lusser joining me for this bronze medal final. Welcome Happy alongside me. Hans-Peter Flashman, to give him his full title, just in case he has any more award ceremonies to hand out medals at. But Happy, we shall have it for the rest of the afternoon. This is going to be a heck of a game, isn't it? Belgium in front of their home crowd. They've had a bit of a struggle in the preceding rounds of the competition, particularly against Austria, of course, who were the favourites and have proven to be so. But the team of Switzerland, extremely strong. They've got great support as well. So it'll be a competition between the Belgian supporters here, of course, will be in the greater number, and the Swiss cowbell ringers. It's going to be an incredible atmosphere, regardless of what happens on the pitch.
Yeah, there are two hearts beating in my breast. Once I'm from Switzerland. I hope that the Swiss team will win the medal. On the other side, there is the fourth appearance of the Belgium team, which showed today very strong games, and they are also good for a surprise today.
Well, it's been a hard-fought path to these medal finals for all of the teams involved. And we did see that relegation final a little bit earlier, the start of our coverage today. If you weren't with us right at the start of our live transmission, I can tell you the relegation final between France from Group A and Liechtenstein from Group B ended with a victory for France, so they retain their place in Group A, and Liechtenstein will compete another day in Group B. But all of the focus now is on the battle for the medals at this World Championship, and this match will be the decider for the winners of the bronze medal. The first team to come on to the playing surface here are the players for the team of Switzerland, represented on this occasion by Roman Schneider, who will take his position in the goal. He's an impenetrable force there. You can see the bulk of Schneider presents a real problem for anyone to get a goal past him. And the field player is Paul Lusser, and he's a very vibrant player indeed, launching himself all over the court to in pursuit of the ball.
And the Swiss team totalizes about 50 years of experience on the bike.
Okay, and
together.
Leave it for you to guess which proportion of that age category is added up, but they together make a formidable pairing. But also in front of their home crowd are the team of Belgium, so they are going to take up their position here for this bronze medal final. Niels Dirks and Brecht Damon are the players for Belgium. They were 5th in the World Championships last year. The Swiss were 3rd, so if the Swiss can win this one, it'll be a repeat of their performance from 12 months ago in Austria.
It could be a little advantage for the Belgium because they are a younger team, and regarding the notation of the trainer, of the coach, Christophe Baudu, they are in very good shape, in very good condition. Let's see what they show us here in the small final.
Yep, the bronze medal final. Small by name, but it will be very, very large in the minds of those 4 guys in the middle of your picture and the whole of the 4,000 plus seated crowd here in the country hall in Liège, as these World Indoor Cycling Championships head towards their climatic conclusion here this afternoon. So the referee indicating that we are good to go. The toss has been won by Belgium.
The referee is Andreas Reichenbacher from Germany, supported on the line by Hitoshi Hatta and Michal Fadrons.
Okay, so those are our officials, commissaires as we call them in the world of cycling. And They are referees, realistically, and they judge what is happening in the competition and enforce the rules. Sometimes, not quite to the satisfaction of the players, it has to be said, but that's what the challenge is in any game that you play, is those who uphold the rules sometimes to be questioned. But
you know, Carl, it's a lot of emotion involved.
Of course there is, and having been...
it's not golf, it's
having been at the end of those arguments in the world of road and track cycling, I know what it can be like, but it is... building into a great atmosphere here with the Swiss cowbell ringers at the opposite end of the court this time. They're normally in front of our commentary box, so it's a little quieter for us, but the Belgians, the first serious attacking move here, lining up, try and take a shot at goal. Roman Schneider is the goalkeeper for Switzerland, and he's had a great competition during these championships, and Swiss would have conceded many, many more goals had Schneider not been there to block those scoring opportunities. But the attacking play is still with Belgium. There's Schneider with his touch of the ball, and he goes on the attack himself. Great camera angle there, just showing you the incredible balance that there has to be brought to bear here to play literally football on a bicycle.
Wrong keeper now, Belgium goal.
Yeah, it is. So as we welcome the return of our viewers on Facebook to this bronze medal final for the cycleball, you are watching Belgium versus Switzerland. No score yet, just 5 minutes and 17 seconds remain in this opening 7-minute half. And that was an attack on goal from Luce, and that's the first goal. Luce of Switzerland got that into the net of the Belgians, and last year's bronze medalists go 1 goal to the good.
Paul Loser was reacting the fastest. He's new in the team. In comparison with last year, they have switched from Planzer to Loser.
Yeah, Roman Schneider is the common denominator. He was involved in that bronze medal winning team last year as well. The senior member of the squad, as you may have worked out, but none the worse for that. And his goalkeeping prowess certainly does a lot of good things for the Swiss team. And Paul Luce, well, he puts his heart and soul into the game, doesn't he? He launches himself at every possible ball, sometimes leaving his bike behind him in the process. I think he spent more time on the floor than almost anyone else in these championships, but he was the first to get the goal for Switzerland, and they had 1 goal up, 4 minutes 20 to go in the opening half of this bronze medal final. The tactical game, equally as important as the attacking game here. You don't want to provide your opponents any easy opportunities to score.
Paul Loser is working very hard to block the way of the pass.
And Roman Schneider
always to reorganize the game, the Belgians.
Yeah, and that's the reason that Schneider stayed in the goal, is to block an attacking shot like that. Now, a couple of times we've seen Schneider, following a great save, actually hit the ball with the front wheel over the top of the other 3 players on the field and into the back of the opposition net. Didn't quite manage to get the wheel on at that time, but they've profited from a number of goals for that reason. But here we go from the corner marker for Switzerland, and they equalise. Well, 2 goals now to the good for Switzerland. Well, the home favourites, Belgium, are beginning to feel the pressure now. 2 goals from Switzerland, 1 from a long shot deflected in by Loser, the second from the corner move you saw there a few moments ago. 2 goals to 0. Belgium need to score to get a little bit of confidence back here in this bronze medal final.
Yes, Roman Schneider is a very secure goalkeeper. They have to prepare very good position before shooting. And that needs some patience of the Belgian team.
There's a bit of disarray there for the Belgians momentarily, as their field player found himself on the ground momentarily, but back into the full swing of the action now. Lossa with the ball. The Belgian goalkeeper gets himself in the way, and Schneider knocks it back to Lossa once more. This is still dangerous times for Belgium here as the Swiss mount a concerted effort to score the next goal. They've already got 2 to their credit. Can they make it number 3 with 2 minutes 26 to go in this first half? Well, that just...
Switzerland gets another corner.
Yeah, just over the corner of the net, but that will be a corner. So we've already seen Switzerland score from the corner. Can they add another one? Roman Schneider is the man charged with the responsibility of knocking the ball in front of the goal.
Yeah, very
and
nice.
There it goes. Well, they really do execute those corners extremely well. And now they begin to press home their advantage. 1 minute 50 still to go in this first half. Advantage for Switzerland, 3-0. Well,
Yeah,
4-0. Why not?
Yeah. Each small error will be led to a goal.
Yeah, they're punished severely by any little error by the Belgians, as Happy said, is an invitation to the Swiss to take on the goal, and more times than not in this match so far they have done so. Schneider in the goal mouth here, watching this move like a hawk, making sure he can prevent the Belgians scoring. They've yet to open their account. 1 minute 14 to go in this bronze medal final. Great save there from Schneider, getting both hands to the ball as it ricochets off to the opposite end of the court. Well, that's why he's such a successful player. He almost got a second sight. He can almost predict where the ball's going to go before it's hit, and more times than not he will save it. So the Belgians still looking for a way through. I think if they go into the half-time here, Happy, without a goal on the board, the second half will be quite a challenge for them.
They are still in possession of the ball, and as I said, they have to be patient. They cannot shoot from bad angle or wide distance, because there will be no goal. The shot will not pass Roman Schneider.
Yeah, we saw that mistake made by Liechtenstein in that relegation final earlier. They began trying to shoot from all over the court, so it was the frustration of not scoring a goal, and it got a little bit ragged towards the end. So the Belgians need to keep the concentration here, and if they persist long enough, they will have a very good chance, I'm sure, of at least putting one past the Swiss, because this game, well, the fortune can change literally within seconds. But at the moment, it is all Switzerland, and those 4 goals to the good. 3 seconds remain in the opening half. There is the indication, the end of the 7 minutes.
Yes, Switzerland can be satisfied by the first half. They made no errors. They let no good position for the Belgium to shoot, and the defense was absolutely stable. That's
right. Every time the Belgians had an opportunity to shoot at the goal, and it wasn't too many times, Roman Schneider got there to stop it. Now, to entertain the audience here during the half-time changeover of ends, we welcome back the Swiss bell ringers. All come from the same small town in Switzerland, I'm told, which must be quite crowded given the number of cowbells that obviously also occupy that region of the country. We've also brought the mascot along as well, so if the Swiss needed any more encouragement, they're getting it here, courtesy of the great support they've brought along with them. Must bring a little cheer to the heart of a Swiss commentator here watching the action unfold, and see such a great atmosphere being created by your fellow countrymen.
Yeah, they do it like this for about 7-8 years, and it's a tradition on World Championship. And yeah, it encourages you when you're playing. That is nice gesture.
Of course, it might just be a little bit intimidating for the other team as well. That might just be the other side of the coin, mightn't it? But of course, the World Championship's destined to take place in Switzerland next year in Basel, so I'm sure there'll be even more cowbell ringing throughout the competition next year.
Yeah, that's the Swiss answer to the German fans.
Yeah, we have heard good calls of Deutschland. Of course, Liege is not too far away from the German border here on the edge of Belgium, and they've come across the border in considerable numbers today. And they'll be looking forward with keen anticipation to the gold medal final, in which Germany will take on Austria, last year's first and second place finishers in the final again. But this is our match for the bronze medal, and what a match it is. So Switzerland with the first attacking move, but well saved by the Belgian goalkeeper. As the cowbells back into full flight, and they have now joined us at our end of the arena, so they'll be a little even noisier now. Roman Schneider with the ball for Switzerland, trying to work his way through the middle.
This team will continue to attack. They will not stay on this 4 goal.
Yeah, they've got the bit between the teeth, and they know if they start to score in their second half, that really will apply an overwhelming amount of pressure to Belgium. They're trying to perform in front of their home crowd here. 3rd time that Belgium has hosted these indoor cycling championships. Last time was in 1986, and it would be great to see the team for the cycleball here making a good performance in this bronze medal final, but at the moment they are being outplayed by the Swiss.
But anyhow, the game will end. They can be proud about what they have done.
They can, and they've got their first goal. So there you go. It had to come eventually. And Roman Schneider has been defeated there. It was a great shot from the right-hand side of the court. Might see a replay of that if we are lucky, but whether you see it or not, the fact is that one goal now scored by Belgium as Switzerland get the match back underway. So the first chink in the Swiss armour has been revealed by the Belgians. Will they be buoyed by that and add another one?
Yeah, that will leave some hope. No, that was not the ball, Roman. That was the wheel.
Well, the great experience of Roman Schneider. You've got to have a go, haven't you? He asked the question and he got the answer.
It gave him 10 seconds.
There you go. So ball back into play. And Schneider, oh, look at that, just managed the save.
Yeah, tricky one.
It almost slipped between the wheels of Schneider's machine. And, well, dangerous moments here for Switzerland. If Belgium get a run of goals, this could change very quickly indeed. 4 minutes 54 still to go in the second half. So the replay is started here by Switzerland. Paul Lasser, the man with the ball here. He tries to work his way around the back of the Belgian defence. Schneider gets it, crosses to Lossman.
They are slowing down a bit the game now.
Again, it is Schneider with the ball. Can he get a shot on goal? Or can Lasser get a shot on goal? We've seen a great score from him in the first half.
They will wait now until referee is showing the sign.
Yeah, there is a limit to the amount of time they can play defensively like this until they have to take a shot.
Yes,
the referee shows and they take a shot and they score! The Belgians are somewhat in disbelief. Look at that, and the ball is in the back of their net. Well, they were played all over the court by the Swiss, and then at the end of the period, just before the referee said, come on, you need to shoot, that's exactly what they did, and the ball ended up in the net. Great save there from Roman Schneider. 5-1 it remains, and last year's bronze medalist Switzerland look at the moment favourites to repeat that feat or retain the title, whichever way you want to describe it, but still more goals yet to be played in this game, I think. And here's Roman Schneider on the attack, just eluding the front wheel of Lasser on that occasion.
We wanted to invite Paul also to do this goal, but the angle was very
yeah, it was an acute angle from which he shot, and would have been lucky to get the goal. But sometimes luck is what you need. But at the moment, the dominance of the Swiss.
I guess. Let's see what he's doing. No, free kick. Oh, for me.
Yeah,
no,
referee reaching into his pocket, yellow card.
Yeah, that was repeatedly breaking the rules. He showed him. Yeah. You did it twice.
The number of fingers.
I said to you, because he gave him an early warning before.
Yeah.
And now, so the consequence is the yellow card, but that doesn't harm.
The verbal warning followed by the yellow card. But the Belgian will take that one on the chin, I think. 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the second and deciding half of this bronze medal final in the cycleball, Switzerland versus Belgium. Swiss playing from the right-hand side of your screen. Belgians desperate not to let any more goals in. That one hit the post. Well, it'll soon be the point in the game where the Swiss will try to retain the ball for as long as possible to deny Belgium any possibility of scoring a goal. Strong defence as well, as the Belgians try to extricate themselves from behind the defensive line put up by Switzerland.
They hardly get close to the goal. They have no position to shoot.
That's right, they need to be watchful as they're leaving their goal unprotected, that the ball doesn't run away from them. We've seen Roman Schneider score from the goal mouth at his end of the pitch before now. Schneider comes across the challenge. Ball goes out at the side of the court.
Free kick. Another free kick. Yes, time is running out.
It is 2 minutes and 9 seconds. And Lasser crosses to Schneider. Back to Lasser. He's in the middle of the playing area here. Nice little turn there, taking the ball with him, swapping from left to right.
Yeah.
And
gives another 10 seconds.
Once again, they're trying to run rings around the Belgians. wasting time in the process, of course, that maximising the amount of time they're allowed. Now the
Referee's
referee's hand says you need to
signing,
shoot.
time play. Losing the ball. Yeah.
Well, that's the other way of ending the time restriction, is to bring the game temporarily to a halt, and the Belgians will get us back underway. 1 minute 28 as the time ebbs away for Belgium here to hit back against Switzerland. Well, the rhythmic drumming of the cowbells are playing the tune that Belgium have dreaded here for the Swiss victory. They just can't get
each shot blocked.
The rhythm they need to add another goal. They've got one, but that's the most I think they're going to get here. 57 seconds to go. It's possession for Switzerland once again, as Paul Lasser shoots, this time blocked by the Belgian goalkeeper. But again, no forward progress made by Belgium to attack Switzerland perhaps for a final time. Now here comes the move. Oh, well, that one,
that's a nice one
around the corner. Well, they've left it late here, but a goal, is it a goal of consolation, or is it a sign of a fight back here from Belgium? Only 30 seconds to go, so they definitely have left it too late in this game to try and challenge Switzerland, but a lax moment there by the Swiss allowed that good shot from Belgium to hit its target. So Roman Schneider once again has the ball. 17 seconds to go here. We're looking at the bronze medal winners once again at this year's Indoor Cycling World Championships, Paul Lasser and Roman Schneider of Switzerland.
Both players out now.
Got just 1 second left on the clock. That is the final whistle. The congratulations offered by the Belgians. They were outplayed for the majority of that game, both by the attacking and the defending of that Swiss pairing. Paul Lasser and Roman Schneider take away the bronze medal once more.
Congratulations to both teams. They made they showed really a good performance, and I think it is okay for the Swiss to win here the bronze medal. They have shown that they are better than the Belgian team, but also the Belgian team can be satisfied. They started to hold their place in Group A and ended up in the game around bronze medal. I think that's a big success.
Yeah, they got better and better as the championships progressed, and to defend successfully their bronze medal from 12 months ago. Certainly for Roman Schneider, who was part of that bronze medal team last year, and Paul Lasser, well, he's a real good addition to this Swiss team, as he's proven over the last 3 days. And they are joining in the celebrations. It is time to incite the Swiss contingent in the crowd to make some noise, as Paul Lasser suggested at some point maybe he would like to have a go at artistic cycling.
Showtime with Paul. Now Paul also he came back after he has resigned with cycleball, and I think for him is a very nice effort here with the bronze medal, which he has earned with a lot of working on the floor, supporting his goalkeeper and also shooting important goals.
So as the celebrations continue, the cowbell ringers are being thanked here by Roman Schneider and Paul Lasser for the incredible support they've given to the Swiss team here. Time to mop down the court here in the country hall in Liège in Belgium, because we have got our last action in the artistic cycling yet to come. And it will be the single men final in the artistic cycling. We've seen a scintillating afternoon of competition already, with great women's pairs a little bit earlier. Germany dominating that competition. We saw the extreme contrast between disappointment and success amplified in that battle for the gold medal in the women's pairs. Will we see a similar battle here in the men's single competition? I'm joined here in the commentary box by Peter Vandenberg, who will talk us through the technical aspects of the performance as it unfolds for you. We've got 4 single men competitors, the top 4 placings from the qualification rounds that have taken place earlier today and yesterday at these championships, and of course the best points score at the end of these 4 rounds will be the gold medal, second best silver, third best bronze, and 4th place losing out on the opportunity for a medal. So the first who will be coming into the arena will be from once again Switzerland, who are still celebrating that bronze medal in the cycleball. Lucas Burry will be the competitor from Switzerland. If you have just joined us both on the UCI YouTube channel and also our Facebook coverage as well, and you're puzzling about the big number in the top right-hand corner of your screen, that is the score, that is the maximum the competitor can expect to achieve if they successfully execute every single element of their performance. They submit the performance on what's called an evaluation sheet before the competition begins, and it specifies the routines that they will complete, the order in which they will do it, and then from that the number of points that are allocated in the rules are added together to give them their starting score. They're in an opportunity to actually increase that score as competition continues, as if they add a little bit of extra to the specified routines, and if that happens during this competition, I'm sure Peter will be the first to tell you that. But generally the point score goes downwards as the technical infringements are noted by our jury of commissaires at the side of the performance area, and it is your final score, subject to final confirmation, that will determine whether or not you take away a medal, and if you do, what colour that medal will be. So the final 4 competitors and the final element of artistic cycling at these 2018 Indoor Cycling World Championships are about to start, and it will be Lucas Burry of Switzerland who'll be first to go. 5 minutes is the total time for the routine.
Hello, Carl. Good afternoon again. Yeah, I think as you just mentioned already, we get a great final in this man single final. It's basically a new competition. All 4 competitors were free to choose changes, but what I heard, nobody did change the program and will be exactly the same as this morning. Lucas Burry did start. We see the clock ticking with saddle handlebar stand backwards, and he continues with some razor backwards figures.
Lucas Burry was 4th in the World Championships in Austria 12 months ago. He recorded a score of 167.34 in competition this morning from his starting total of 180.
I think he found his rhythm during this final so far. He did not had big errors within his program. Nice shape, nice stretch, legs and feet, and now going up to saddle stand.
Approaching completion of the first minute, 178.4 his running total, and he jumps from the seat to the handlebars.
Slight unsteadiness, but no major devaluations.
Pretty technical manoeuvre, that one, and the twist of the handlebars as well. There are many factors that come into play in the judging of artistic cycling. The perfect performance is almost impossible to achieve, but we've seen some very, very competent routines during the course of these competitions, and now the final 4 in the battle for the medals.
Yeah, we just saw a nice triple turning jump, and now again some razor exercises. We saw some passages. Now again a passage to head tube razor and the spinnings in the front direction.
Just over 2 minutes, 176.83 currently for Lucas Burry of Switzerland.
Again a passage from Lucas Burry to stand raiser, performing in a whole circle. It's also possible to perform a half circle, or sure we will see later in 8 or in half 8. Again a passage to head raiser, and now he is spinning backwards. Nice on a spot of 50 centimeters.
Well, he looked rooted to that spot there, looked pretty good. 2 minutes 40, so we're past the halfway point for Lucas Bury. Started with 180, still got 176 points, so this has been a pretty good performance so far.
There we see his handstand from L shape. Some spinnings again, and we saw already this morning how more points at the evaluation sheets, how more spinnings we will see, how more passages, and of course that nice handstand on handlebar and saddle.
174.28 as we tick past the 3.5 minute mark, so less than a minute and a half of this routine to go. Needs to finish within the 5 minutes, all these specified exercises, otherwise there'll be a penalty for overrunning the time.
Here we saw moving in an 8. Actually, I think it was a half 8. And now again some passages, and again some spinnings.
Well, he'll be pretty satisfied with this performance so far. 4 minutes 10 on the board, so less than 35 seconds to go now for Lucas Bury, and may well, if he can deliver the last couple of exercises, better his time in the qualification round this morning. His score, I should say, 167.34 on that occasion. He still stands at 171.12.
Yeah, I think that Lucas is aiming on a medal. Okay, first for a bronze medal. Would be great for Switzerland to achieve that bronze medal in this final man competition.
Well, it's completed within the allotted time, in time to spare in fact, 170.22 for Lucas Bury, last year's 4th place finisher. Has he done enough to step onto the podium this year and take a bronze medal? He's a classification leader at the moment, but there are still 3 more competitors to go. So we'll see a confirmed score for Bury, but I don't think it'll change too much. There weren't too many errors to pick up on there, and very quickly the rank is confirmed. The sparklers have been lit already for the competition here. 170.12 for Lucas Bury of Switzerland.
Yeah, it's always nice to see how the Swiss celebrate their participants, how the sporters, and the bench is already waiting for the hot seat is already waiting for Lucas Bury at this moment.
Yeah, so provided we don't set fire to the stadium carpet with the sparklers, we will have a successful conclusion to these championships. But the Swiss will, well, it really does set the scene for next year's championships in Basel, the way that the Swiss celebrate and support their home contingent. So the hot seat was actually a hot couch actually for Lucas Bury to have a moment or two's relaxation on now while he watches our next competitor, who'll be Chin-Tu Wong, the competitor from Hong Kong, China. He was the bronze medalist last year, but 159.88 in his performance this morning. He started with an ambitious total of 191.40, but lost quite a high number of points with a number of errors during the course of those 5 minutes. So if he's to stand a chance of defending that bronze medal, or even stepping further up on the podium, he will need to up his game from the routine we saw in the earlier part of competition today. So here he is, the second competitor in these single men artistic cycling finals for Hong Kong, China, is Chin-Tu Wong.
Yeah, we hope all that he will recover, or is recovered from this morning. The score was not so high. if it will happen the same as this morning, he will have no chance for a bronze medal. And I think Lucas Bory did achieve a good start for targeting the bronze medal at this moment.
Yeah, it was a great performance from Bury, improving on his performance from this morning. So if Wong of Hong Kong can also improve upon his, he may mount a challenge here for the medal positions, beginning with an ambitious move here for the first exercise.
That handstand was performed very well by our by our Hong Kong competitor Wong Xing To. Now they stand on the saddle and look the jump. Okay, perfect.
Well, it's off to a good start. Little wobble there as he just went into those handlebar rotations. 39.40 seconds clicks around on the clock. 191.6 is his current score. In fact, he must have put a little extra in there because it's just gone back up to 191.77. So, as Peter said a few moments ago, if you add an extra rotation in, you'll get a bonus point or two.
Yeah,
So
also his second handstand on the handlebar and saddle was performed very well, and also his turning jump was excellent.
well, if you're going to save your best for anything, you save it for the battle when the medals are at stake. So he'll have put that slightly disappointing performance this morning very well behind him, I think, and will take confidence from his opening 1 minute 25 here, which has been pretty faultless so far.
Good. Also some passages now at the head tube raiser with the spinnings. I don't think the judges can make a lot of devaluations for these parts of his program. Everything goes very fast, reaching almost a 2-minute mark.
That rotation pretty neatly in the middle of the arena where that 50 centimetre diameter circle is located. 191.30. Oh, little misstep there as he came in contact with the floor. Well, the first serious error we've seen in this performance from Chin-Tu Wong of Hong Kong so far, but still 2 minutes, more than 2.5 minutes to go, so he needs to be watchful here that he doesn't let it slip away in the second part of this this routine.
He just only lost 2 points for that step on the floor. Like we could see, he lost no points because of missing an exercise at that moment, so he was a little bit of luck.
Yeah, if there's ever a good place to perform an inadvertent dismount, it's when you're in the middle phase between two exercises, rather in the middle of the actual exercise itself, so minimal deduction on that occasion. 187.95, remember Lucas Bury 170.12, so still some good points in hand here for Wong of Hong Kong as we reach the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, we saw only a few minor mistakes with that series of razor exercises. I think he will do better than this morning.
Well, he would have to have a real calamitous final minute and a bit to plummet to the depths he reached earlier in the day, still on 186.96 for his running total, and this is a much more convincing show from Chin-Tu Wong of Hong Kong. Final minute and 20 seconds to go.
Some very fast spinnings. That was nice done by him. Then in one motion to this 8 in that razor exercise, some mistakes, a little bit unsteadiness with the pedaling. And now again a passage to the handlebar, seat razor reverse and riding backwards again in 8.
183.39. We're inside the final 40 seconds of this routine from Chin-Tu Wong of Hong Kong. And at the moment, it looks as though he's going to take the lead and by a convincing margin ahead of Lucas Bury.
Also again very fast, those spinnings, almost on the spot. Now the stand raiser passage, and now again up in a passage, again to stand raiser, reverse, and doing the spinnings backwards. I think last exercise, Carl.
Yeah, it should be, because the clock has just ticked round to 5 minutes. He finishes right on cue, and that is a far better performance from Shintu Wong of Hong Kong from earlier in the day. He's smiling as well, he might, because he has taken the lead. That points total might be adjusted a little bit, but not too much, and not very much down, because as Peter observed during that performance, very few faults to pick up on. Just that one very notable one where he had the unintended dismount, but it came at the right time, if there is one for him, during that routine. So 177.96, awaiting final confirmation. Will Lucas Burry, well, it was a short occupancy of the hot seat, but he's first to congratulate Shintu Wong on that great performance. He will now take the seat. 177.96 is the confirmed finishing score for Shintu Wong of Hong Kong, China.
Yeah, with this score, he just earns a medal. I think he will be happy, and also the federations in Asia, particularly the Hong Kong Federation, will be very happy with a medal on this World Championships.
Yeah, I'm sure they will be, as we were speaking with Christina a few moments ago, that the spread of artistic cycling beginning to reach out, particularly across the Asian continent, with Hong Kong and Macau and China represented here at these World Championships. And Shintu Wong looks as though he has done enough there to secure at least the bronze medal. However, the final two competitors are those who finished in second and first place in the World Championships last year. First to go will be Moritz Herbst of Germany. Started with a total of 204.9 this morning, and his finishing score was 186.34. So if he can repeat that, or indeed improve upon it, then he will take his seat as the leader of the competition, with one competitor to go following him.
I think his aim to do better than this morning, and of course there is some possibility, or a sure possibility, will earn the world title this afternoon. Now he's preparing together with his trainer, national trainer Dieter Maute from Germany.
And with these final two competitors from Germany, it is a timely opportunity for me just to remind you of the current world record in this discipline. It's held by David Schnabel of Germany, 208.91. So we would need to see an improvement of considerable margins by certainly Moritz Herbst to challenge that one. But the final competitor to go, Lucas Cole, will start with 208 points. So an outside possibility. That record has stood since 2011.
Final preparation by Moritz Herbst. Concentrating on the start. And there he goes.
The clock actually starts counting down when the athlete gives the sign that he's ready to go. And he is able to actually get himself into the first position before calling the start, which is what he was doing, making sure he had the momentum to do this handstand on the handlebars.
Yeah, performing in 8, so some extra difficulty. You need also some more time to do that 8, and comparing it with a circle, and of course with a half circle. Continues with the stand on the saddle, and probably the mounted jump.
Oh well, he's fallen there, and the next competitor to go is once again warming up just outside our commentary box, and well, he's watching, but also going through a whole range of exercises here to make sure he's in fine fettle when he comes into the competition area in a few moments' time. So Herbst needs to just steady himself here and concentrate on the remainder of his program.
Yeah,
199.2 currently.
While preparing for his next handstand on handlebar and saddle. He just lost with a jump. Of course, 2 points for the drop on the floor, but also that exercise was not counted as good by the commissaires, and we noticed already that he is below the 200 mark because of that.
Yeah, that's quite a big penalty to suffer in this battle for the medals. His score this morning, 186.34. So he won't want to fall below that, as Peter said a few moments ago, but needs to be watchful. Still 1 minute 44 only on the clock, so the substantial part of his programme yet to be completed.
I think in this final, losing these points is a very expensive error.
Well, it could literally be the difference between gold, silver and bronze medals, couldn't it? So it really is the moment of truth here in this men's singles final of the artistic cycling.
Spinning backwards in a head tube razor. Again a passage to the stand razor. Spinnings forwards. Without problems and no devaluations. And now backwards riding in razor.
So arms wide to help the balance, need to be straight though, and 197.23 at the moment for Moritz Herbst of Germany. We're past the halfway point now.
All these figures free-handed gives more difficulty and also more points. Nice L-shape hold backwards, perhaps a little unsteadiness in the knee, not stretched, and stand on handlebar and saddle backwards.
Yep, whilst riding backwards in the circle, 195.57.
Now we
minutes
get
and
the
a half to go.
turning That's count. One.
Well, one and a bit, but didn't quite complete that successfully.
Yeah, these are once again. He tries again. Three times.
Well, confident he's got time in his programme to get that one right at the second time of asking. 3 minutes 54, 193.57. I think he's riding certainly well enough here for the silver medal, but is he riding well enough for the gold?
Now he's performing that razor in backwards in the 8. Changes direction with a passage to handlebar razor, reverse, riding backwards again in an 8.
Final 30 seconds, 187.29, so some more points lost there.
I think he missed that motion in 8 because that was not completed. I think he's running out of time. Yeah,
well, of course he did, as Peter said, that repeat of the exercise he got wrong initially, and that might cost him at the end, because if you overrun your time, that's also a penalty. 4 minutes 53 on the countdown clock, last 5 seconds, 185.37. Well, he just lands that inside the 5 minutes, and currently will be ranked first, 185.01. Just wait for final confirmation of that ranking, of course, but I don't think he's going to drop below the score of Chintu Wong of Hong Kong, who's got 177.96.
Yeah, I think we can expect some corrections, but if he, I don't know if he will drop below the mark of Wong Ching To from Hong Kong.
It would be a sizable drop, wouldn't it, if that happened? 184.74 is the still yet to be confirmed title. And Moritz Herbst being congratulated by Chintu Wong, who has preempted the judges by deciding that he is no longer the occupant of the hot seat, and he is correct. 184.74 is the confirmed score now for the penultimate competitor from Germany, Moritz Herbst. So he can do no worse than the silver medal. But the challenge for the bronze is down to our final competitor for the artistic cycling in this year's World Championships. Representing Germany, our final competitor will come into the competition area, former junior world, in fact, he's still the current junior world record holder for the single men discipline. He is Lucas Cole. He is the winner of this year's World Cup. He's the defending champion from 12 months ago. And he has got 4 wins from 4 on the way to that World Cup victory this year. So unassailable in the World Cup competition. Will he be unassailable in the World Championships? We have got 5 minutes to wait to find out. He has to beat the score of 184.74 posted by Moritz Herbst, and he will start with 208 points to his credit.
Yeah, and he proved indeed this year that he is a very steady rider, and basically we saw that also this morning with 204 points, 08 in the 4 round.
Yes, he was the only competitor. He had the highest starting total, of course, but the only one to finish above the 200 marker. And well, if he emulates that performance, or indeed improves upon it, we'll be looking at a world champion here once again.
Yeah, the same as this morning. He jumped very fast from that saddle to handlebar. Now performing handstand in 8 on handlebar and saddle. Nice stretch. Legs, feet. Passage to stand raiser. Changing direction, riding backwards. Also that 8 gives some extra points.
It's a seamless performance, isn't it? He moves very quickly from one exercise to another, and with a good deal of confidence as well, as befits, of course, the world champion. The defending champion here is Lucas Cole, 207.17, the running total at the moment, as we complete the first minute.
Into that spinnings on head tube razor 4 in the front forward. We saw that before, very difficult to get in these spinnings. Backwards is a little bit more easy. Again, some spinnings. Now some backwards razor exercises, of course free-handed. Leg, which is not pedaling, is very straight. Now the same lady seat razor backwards. Also there the leg should be stretched totally. He's doing that very nice.
Yep, still 205.75 points. We're not too far away from the halfway mark here for Lucas Cole. Once again, it's so far an impeccable performance, as we saw this morning. And when it's Herbst, must be shifting position in that hot seat, because he's seeing his fellow countrymen here deliver excellence in artistic cycling at the moment. 2 minutes 24, we're approaching the halfway point.
Well, also that stand on saddle and handlebar in 8, also very, very good. Here we see a slight error.
Well, that's the first significant error that we've seen that's very visible, as he just had to put one foot on the floor there just to recover from that one. But 200.96, and in danger of dropping below the 200 marker here with that latest indiscretion. 3 minutes, so 2 to go, and 200.96.
Of course, he knows that he has some space. There he earned some points again, going back on 202 because of that tactical turn.
Well, do you think he'd have planned that all along, or having just had that little problem, do you think he'd just put those in to grab some points back on the spur of the moment? 202.39, 3 minutes 33 remain.
First part of the handstand was a slight unsteadiness, but not major.
So spinning in the centre of the arena. Those bonus points, if you like, that's propelled him back to 202.06. Nearly 4 minutes gone, so the final minute stands between Lucas Cole and a gold medal. Is looking good, but he's got to deliver the last few exercises. And we've seen disaster strike in competition here this last 3 days, but I don't think it's going to happen this time. Lucas Cole being calm throughout this one. Seamless performance most of the way, 200.66. Still by far the highest score in this final.
Yeah, he looks always very confident and very concentrated. Nothing can beat him out of his concentration. Some passages again to that stand raider riding forward. One of his last exercises. Again that passage to stand raiser, and now in the backwards direction.
Well, the applause rings out, and the only competitor to score more than 200 points once again. And your world champion and gold medal winner for Germany is Lucas Cole. Just waiting for confirmation of that score. It might just drop below the 200, but no, it hasn't. It's been confirmed, 200.36. So once again, Germany come out on top in the single men artistic cycling, and Lucas Cole, the winner of the World Cup, is now the winner of the World Championships once again this year.
Yeah, he receives his congratulations by co-trainer from Germany, Sonja Bissinger, and other teams of the German team, and of course he will receive right now congratulations from his teammate Moritz Herbst. We wait for the winner ceremony. Will take place as soon as possible from now. And I think we saw a very nice competition in single man call at this World Championships. A lot of good performances, of course, also in this final, and also good performances from other nations in the middle of the competitions, but we saw also some competitors who failed and were not satisfied. But as mentioned before, at the World Championships, it is always, it gives also an extra dimension of pressure. You're performing at the top level in name of your nation, and yeah, it's nice that I tell it right now, but when you are on the riding area, the people feel that pressure.
Well, yes, Peter, you're absolutely right, and of course for winners there are always losers, but we've seen some very impressive performances right across the 3 days of these World Indoor Cycling Championships, and both the men's and women's artistic cycling have shown us some incredible athleticism, some graceful performances, and some absolutely wonderful routines that have had the crowd enthralled here within the country hall here in Liège in Belgium. We're just looking forward to the next victory ceremony, which will indeed be for the single men artistic cycling. I can confirm for you for absolute certain the top three. Lucas Cole of Germany, 200.36 points scored. Moritz Herbst of Germany also in second place, a silver medalist, 184.74. And in third place for Hong Kong with 177.96, Shin Tu Wong. Those are the three competitors you will see come on to the medal podium very shortly to receive the medals, the flowers, and of course for Lucas Cole to receive the rainbow jersey that will proclaim him world champion in this discipline.
Yeah, perhaps also we can once more mention that place of honor, I think that fourth place of Lucas Bouri from Switzerland with 117.12. I think he was happy to be in the final. No medal, he had a possibility, but I think nothing to ashamed of. His performance with that. Just more than 170 points is very nice on this World Championships. One final to go after this one.
Indeed, it is the gold medal final for the cycleball, and that will be Germany versus Austria. That'll come to your screens immediately on completion of the winners' ceremony for this single men's artistic cycling. As you'll see from the women's pairs medal ceremony, it doesn't conclude when they leave the podium. They're generally hoisted aloft by teammates and displayed around the arena for the crowd to show their appreciation, and indeed for the athletes to show their appreciation for the support of the crowd. So it is a great celebration at the end of all of the medal presentations, but somewhere elsewhere away from those celebrations, focusing hard, will be two teams of cycleball players, because it is a repeat of last year's final in Austria, when Germany came out victors and Austria were in the second place. And the final will be repeated here today. Can the tables be turned? Germany have been the most successful nation at this year's Indoor Cycling World Championships, and we're about to see further evidence of that as we bring you the medal ceremony for the single men's artistic cycling.
Yeah, we hear already the UCI anthem, which means that we started the winner ceremony for the single man at the World Championships here at Belgium at Liège.
So the medalists will be escorted onto the podium by our presentation party.
Perhaps you are able to hear some from the speaker in the arena. He announces right now that the ceremony starts.
Well, the medals and the jersey will be presented by Tony Kirsch, member of the UCI Management Committee. And the first presentation will, of course, be for the bronze medal for Jintu Wong of Hong Kong, finishing in third place. And a great performance, as Peter mentioned during commentary, that the spread of artistic cycling, particularly in Asia, has been marked here by a bronze medal for the competitor from Hong Kong, China. And he's pretty pleased with that, as you can see by the size of the smile on his face. In second place and taking the silver medal for Germany, Moritz Herbst.
Yeah, and our friend from Hong Kong, China, he is happy, but as mentioned before, also for our sports development in Asia is very important, that also medals are earned by Hong Kong and Asia in general.
So the handshakes for the other competitors, and now we come to the presentation of the gold medal and the rainbow jersey of world champion, successfully defending his title from 12 months ago. The world champion is Lukas Kohl of Germany.
Now we can see that Tony Kirsch is accompanied by a member of the organizing committee, and that's Hendrik de Prater. He is the president of the organizing committee. And he gets the honor to hand the medal.
He does indeed. He'll hang it around the neck of Lukas Kohl, and a shake of the hand as well. And Tony Kirsch alongside him from the UCI Management Committee, and a handshake also for Jintu Wong, and of course for Moritz Herbst.
Yeah, I think
before he takes the top step on the podium.
Yeah, I think that gesture is very nice by Tony Kirsch and the UCI, and the appreciation because of organizing this splendid World Championships.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant championships. It's my first experience of indoor cycling in any form, but certainly at the World Championship level, and not just the incredible competition that we've seen, but the very good-natured way in which the athletes and indeed everyone involved takes part in this. The party atmosphere that pervades around the arena the incredible support we've seen, particularly from the Swiss, of course, and a very vociferous crowd from the Germans as well. And once again, they'll be able to celebrate because we're now going to hear the national anthem of Germany. In fact, that'll be played here in the arena while we look forward to the remainder of our programme here this afternoon, and that will feature, as we've mentioned already, the final of the artistic cycling. No, what am I talking about? The cycle ball. We've just seen the final of the artistic cycling. It's the final of the cycle ball between Germany and Austria. A 14-minute match, 2 7-minute halves to decide who will take the gold and silver medals in that one. Germany are the defending champions. Austria was second last year in Dornberg in Austria, their home nation, of course, so they'd love to turn the tables on Germany this year and deny yet another gold medal for Germany, but it'll be an interesting match indeed and bound to be very hard fought over the two halves, and you'll be able to see, of course, live coverage of that, which will bring to an end our programme of competition here this afternoon at the 2018 Indoor Cycling World Championships. However, we've also got thereafter, of course, the medal ceremony for the cycle ball final that we will see, and then we'll move into the closing ceremony for these championships as the right to host the 2019 championships will be handed to Basel in Switzerland, where the competitors will make their way in 12 months' time to pursue yet more honours, jerseys, medals, and take part in the celebrations that mark our medal winners. So the silver and bronze medalists stepping onto the top step of the podium for the obligatory shot.
Yeah, time for the photographers and to enjoy the moment, of course, for our three best riders at this World Championship. Show their medal. A lot of photographers are
photographers and camera people as well. Of course, we've got live coverage of all the proceedings here today, not just on our Facebook channel, but also on the UCI YouTube channel as well. UCI.ch is the website for everything you need to know about indoor cycling via the UCI website. And now that moment where the medal winners are hoisted aloft by members of their team and paraded around the arena, celebrating with the flags of their relevant nation. So 2 German flags and a Hong Kong flag flying proudly here as they are brought into the arena to continue the celebrations, acknowledge the support of the crowd, and take yet more applause at what has been an incredible competition in the single men's artistic cycling.
Yeah, I think it's kind of unique. We do not see that at other World Championships, that competitors are celebrated like this. They go around to their fans in the arena on shoulders of members of their team.
Well, a very proud moment indeed for all three of these athletes. They've shown us the absolute perfection that they have brought to their performances here today. And Germany once again coming out on top in the medal table. And will they add another one? Because, of course, they got one more opportunity to take the gold medal in the cycle ball very, very shortly. We're fast approaching that final action of these championships. But yes, they need the court back to do that, and it's at the moment it's being occupied, rightly so, by the celebrations of our artistic cycling medalists.
Yeah, looking forward to that final in cycle ball Group A. Both the teams have a big chance. No game is like the other. When we see the movement of the Austrian team moving around it, sometimes I think they race beyond this world, and also the German competitors, German cycleball players. It's incredible how they can score in a situation. So I'm very excited to see that match, the last final at this World Championship.
Well, I'm sure you'll be able to grab a grandstand seat, Peter, to enjoy the action. And let me just thank you for your great assistance over the 3 days by bringing us your expert insight into our artistic cycling. It's been my pleasure to have you here in the commentary box with us, and we thank you for your work over the past 3 days. It's been a pleasure to have you with us.
Yeah, you're welcome, and it was also very nice to work with you, Carl, as a newcomer within our family of indoor cycling. I think you're almost an expert right now.
I'll take that one away with pride. Almost an expert will do very nicely. Thank you, Peter. So Peter is heading away to enjoy what he's just teed up as what is going to be a very intriguing battle indeed between Austria and Germany. It is the final competitive action of these Indoor Cycling World Championships. It's the battle for the gold medal in the cycleball. Well, it's been a long road to get to these finals, and we've seen some brilliant matches along the way. So I'm joined once again here in the commentary box by Peter Martins, my commentary colleague for the cycleball. He, I know, is barely able to contain his excitement for this one. I've been looking forward to this all day long. It's the final we predicted, of course, even before the half-finals today when we were chatting first thing this morning about what we thought was going to happen. Even I, not really knowing what I'm talking about, said I suspect that Germany and Austria will be the teams in the final, and you agreed with me, whether out of kindness or indeed, but it has proven to be correct that these are the two teams once again who will contest this gold medal final. Of course, Germany are the defending champions, having taken that title 12 months ago in Dornbirn in Austria. The Austrians taking the silver in their home championships. Will the tables be turned here this afternoon? We have got 14 minutes of absolute top quality cycleball action in which to find out who will be the gold medal and who will be the silver medal winners.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here at the highlight of the year for every cycleball fan. But this time I'm not going to predict who's going to win because I really don't know. What I do know is it will be a fantastic game. That I know, because you saw it, and the teams, they're both in blood form. Yeah, I'm excited to see some goals.
Well, will it be a high-scoring game or will it be a tactical game with a relatively low score?
These teams always score a lot. I think together they will score at least 10 times.
Okay.
And we will smell of it.
That's the prediction we will hold you to. At least
Okay, that's
10 goals scored.
It's the only prediction I make.
Okay, I'm not going to attempt anything like that because, as you know, this is all new to me, but what a great experience it has been over these 3 days. And this really is the blue ribbon final in the cycleball, the battle for the gold medal. And the players about to be introduced to the crowd here within the country hall here in Liège, which the roof of which will be raised, I would imagine, by the vocal support that these players will get. The two teams concerned, the silver medalists from last year, ranked number 2 in the world at the moment, Markus Broll and Patrick Schnetzer from Austria. And their opponents, the defending champions, the gold medalists from 12 months ago, currently ranked number 6 in the world, Bernard Meladi and Gerhard Meladi, representing Germany.
Oh, and you hear it in the crowd, so many noise. They're coming on the field. Yeah. Let's warm up for a good game.
I think they brought their own theme tune with them. So those are the German team, and here will be the challengers from Austria.
Yeah, there he is, Patrick Schnetzer, the goalkeeper of the Austrian team, and Markus Broll, the defender.
Just showing some good moves already, just to get themselves nicely warmed up. The next major occurrence will be the tossing of the coin to see who will get to kick off in this gold medal final. The opening half, as you look at your screen, the Germans will be in the goal to the left and the Austrians to the right. They have won the toss and will kick off. Tactical advantage to take the first kick of the game, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a psychological battle. It might be one tick in the box for Austria.
Yeah, they both play very offensive. Huh?
They do, but the first cross
First
is
kick.
not far away from the goal.
No.
So Austria in the red, Germany in the white with the familiar yellow, red and black bands. And this is the gold medal final. Ball passed around in the centre of the court at the moment. And there's the first attack and the first goal from Austria.
The first rocket.
Just 29 seconds of play. Austria propel the ball into the back of the German net. 1-0.
Yeah, Marcus Ball. And
well, as we often see, the Germans attempt to come back as quickly as they can, but not able to penetrate the Austrian goal on that occasion.
Yes, a little bit beside.
Austria on the attack again.
Yeah.
And there's another shot to goal. Well, this could be a runaway for Austria if this is anything to go by. 5 minutes 56 remaining, 2 goals for Austria.
Yeah, they're taking the game into hands.
Well, the Germans must be a little bit taken aback here. They expected, I'm sure, an attacking start from the Austrians, but 2 blistering shots have given the Austrians immediately a 2-0 advantage.
But no panic, no panic. With this German team, no panic. They can shoot on the post.
Yeah, it may come down to luck, and a couple of times the Germans have shot at the Austrian net and been a little bit wayward. That one hit the post, as you heard from the clatter. The Austrians have been on target. Both attacks they've made so far have gone into the back of the German goal. Next one developing here for the players from Austria. Can they knock it into the middle of the court and mount an attack and parried away by the German goalkeeper? That's Gerhard Mlady.
Yeah, the first corner for Austria.
Well, another dangerous moment. The corner's very often a deciding factor in games, and it is Austria with the first opportunity to kick the ball in from the corner of the pitch. Apologise for a little bit of picture breakup.
No, it was beside, but the corner is retaken.
So, fortunately, we do have, albeit a restricted view of the playing area, so the corner is being retaken because it was knocked out by the defending
Yes, and the third goal is a fact.
So Austria get number 3 from the second attempt in that corner, bouncing excitedly up and down there on the bicycle because it's all going Austria's way at the moment. Can Germany stop the flood of goals that are beginning to develop here? Still 4 minutes 17 to go in this opening half. Germany have the ball. Austria come across to defend it. They grasp it away, and once again they go on the attack. Long shot here, saved by the German goalkeeper. But another second time of asking. It goes in.
And the fourth is a fact. It will be a hard game for Germany.
It certainly will. 4th goal, 3:57 to go in the first half. They need a goal desperately here.
And again on the post.
The crack of ball against metal indicates it's not met its target.
Yeah.
And, well, if it comes down to luck, the Germans are not having a lot of it at the moment, but it's also coming down to incredibly incisive play from Austria. Look at that great save, and now hitting the ball, just missing the post. And, well, we've seen them score that way a couple of times today. And just a moment here for the Austrian goalkeeper, who seems to have sustained a minor injury. Timeout call by the Commissaire, 3 minutes 33, just getting that looked at.
Yeah, the ball hit his face.
Well, we've seen a couple of times. In fact, we saw it happen to Germany yesterday when Gerhard Mlady took a very hard knock straight into his nose, actually, in the goal yesterday. No, so he'll be thinking, yeah, it's your turn now.
It's my turn to sing.
It's our turn to watch you have your nose readjusted. But it's all very friendly, as we've seen throughout these competitions, when the game is not in play. And if players do go down, usually the opponent is the first to pick them back up again and dust them down. So all played in a very good spirit. But of course, this is a high-stakes game here, the gold medal final. And with 3 minutes 33 still to go, so still just a little more than halfway through this first half, it has been Austria 4-0 at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, we got the same soundtrack to Gerhard Mlady's facial difficulties yesterday. So those familiar with the lyrics of that particular Queen song will think our DJ here is being ironic. But anyway, let us look forward to the resumption of action here, because this is a real nail-biter, this gold medal final, and Austria have the upper hand at the moment. Germany yet to penetrate the Austrian goal. Will this be their opportunity?
Yeah. So preparing a good attack, the German team.
Yeah, it is Bernard Mladi knocks it back to his brother, and over at the side of the court. They've got a good position here in the middle, but no way past the Austrian defence that time.
No, Marcus Ball is defending very good. No, he doesn't leave a gap, but this time,
he did that time,
and a nice save.
Well saved, but the second time,
in the rebounds,
he took advantage of the ball rebounding from the defensive move to open Germany's account, and for Germany that will be just in time as well. Yeah,
and they needed it.
They did indeed, but the Austrians immediately coming back. They're not able to get the goal, but that's what you have to be watchful of, while still celebrating your success. Your opponents are back at your end of the pitch and have the ball in the back of the net.
And Bernd Ladi is again looking for the gap.
Played it back to Gerhard, and the Austrians manoeuvring into position to block the way through here for the Germans. Played across court there, right, but a little bit awry of the target. So Austria will get to knock the ball back into play. 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go in this first half. Germany will be looking for another goal at least when we get to the halfway mark to halve their disadvantage.
Yeah, they must try not to get the fifth goal, because that would be deadly, I think.
It's the psychology of this one.
Yes,
is very much involved. These, of course, both teams were involved in the medal final last year.
This one you can doubt. This one, I don't know.
So that's very close to the German goal.
Let's say an advantage for the defense.
Yeah, well, the Germans got to knock that one back into play. But borderline decision perhaps, but the situation is nonetheless that Germany are just in front of the Austrian goal and trying to penetrate it, but this time the ball pops out over the side of the playing area.
Yeah, and Austria has the game in his hand.
At the moment, yes, 4-1 with a minute and 4 seconds to go.
And a nice shot.
This becomes a goal,
nice.
but it didn't.
No, Gerhard did it good.
As you said, may just turn the screw, but it was well defended. And in truth, the shot may not have made its target either, where it's a little bit wide there. Almost knocking the Austrian coaches off the bench.
And again, this corner. Oh, and an offside from Marcus. Okay, now they must try to make the second goal.
Yep, they're running out of time in this first half, just 33 seconds
no,
remaining.
The
Germany on the attack.
and
look
a
at
nice
that.
catch.
That was hard hit, but well saved. And here come the Austrians. Look out.
Nice
from saved as well.
From not the goalkeeper, it's a foul player.
Yeah, but
and again,
he's in the right place, but not that time. Well, the fact it wasn't the goalkeeper.
No.
Second time the shot was made, he just fumbled it slightly and went to the back of the net. So 5-1 now for Austria.
Yeah.
And 10 seconds of the first half remaining. Hits
and
at
again,
the goal. And back the other way. Desperate moments for Germany. So the half time is reached. And going into the interval with a 4-goal deficit to last year's runners-up Austria, it's given the Germans a lot to think about here.
Yeah, they didn't play bad. They always tried to attack, looking for a good gap. 2 or 3 times Gerhard Mladi shot on the post. So they did it good, but Austria is deadly dangerous.
Yeah, they're almost an unstoppable force at the moment. 5 goals to the good here against Germany's 1. Even got time for a photo opportunity with the official Austrian photographer there, who's just snuck onto the court. That'll be another good Instagram post of the Austrian team just having a little chat at the half-time interval.
No.
I don't think the trainers will be telling them that they're doing an awful lot wrong there, actually, because with 5 goals on the board and limiting the opportunities for Germany to score, it's been a good first half for Austria. But they can't afford to be complacent either. The Germans could hit back hard at the beginning of the second half and make this match much, much closer in the remaining 7 minutes.
Yeah, maybe the coach is telling him, hey, watch out, it's not over until the bell rings. And you know the German team, always be careful with them. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Well, we will probably never know what it is the Austrians are actually saying down there, but I suspect you're probably on the right track there, Peter, as we benefit from your great experience of being involved in cycleball over many years, and your call here of Germans being under pressure will. Let's see if they can hit back at Austria early in the second half. They get to kick it off. And here we go on the attack.
Yes,
across the ball.
First.
And in the middle of the court, if they got a shot on goal, the Austrians scurry to defend the position.
Yeah, nice defending.
It was indeed. And
look
at that from Gerhard Maladi from the right-hand side of the court. It was an incredibly acute angle right in the top corner of the net. And Germany do indeed hit back at the start of the second half. 2 goals now for Germany, 5 for Austria.
An intimidated answer. And now the post for Austria.
Well, how many times has the post been hit in this final so far?
It's a corner.
So the corner will be taken for Austria. So Germany's fight back here could be short-lived if the Austrians can convert this into a goal. And
nice track back. Yeah. Again, a nice standard situation.
Are they pleased with that one?
Yeah, of course.
So equality as far as the Austrians are concerned has been restored. They're 5-goal advantage, 4-goal advantage, 6-2 ahead of Germany.
We're almost at 10 goals, huh?
Yeah, 5. Yeah, you're almost right, actually. I didn't say it was adding the 2 scores together, though. But 5 minutes 40 remain on the countdown clock. That shot was high and wide from Gerhard Maladi for Germany. Perhaps the first sign of a little bit of desperation here from the Germans, trying to get a goal almost at any cost. And they need to watch for the attack move from the Austrians, because that's planted right in the back of the net.
Yeah, this is over. They can't come back now.
Well, Germany, remember, are the defending champions. That puts extra pressure on you, particularly when the Austrians are playing so well as they have done throughout this competition. 5 minutes 10, and the Germans really do need a couple of goals quite quickly here to try and fight back. 7-2 the score in the favour of Austria. 5
minutes remaining. The ball is at Austria.
Yep, they have the play here, and trying to brew up another goal, which really would set the seal on this, I feel, if it hasn't been done already. But they're being defied that opportunity here by good defending from Germany at the moment.
Yeah, of course.
Austrian team trying to find a way through. When they do, the power of those shots can be devastating, but the step up in the defensive level here from Germany, and they need to do that, but they also need to score as well. Here's an opportunity for Austria, knocking it back towards the side of
Germany is a little bit playing the ball around.
Still in play.
And again, the post.
Hard, and once again, the clatter of ball on metalwork indicates it wasn't quite on target. 2 goals for Germany, 7 goals for Austria. Just 4 minutes, more or less, of this game remaining. The Germans go on the attack. Oh, they've got the goal! So that will be 3 now for Germany. Well, they've not given up yet, and rightly so, because they see an opportunity. If the Austrians relax for a moment, the power that they can bring to the game. We saw Gerhard Maladi take a great shot, but
again, that's the answer for Austria.
Into the goal. It hit the post and went in that time. And 8-3 now for Austria. Well, that's a sign, if you needed one, of championship play, because no sooner they concede a goal than they hit back and take one immediately.
And again,
so to the Germans. Well, this is turning into a real battle now. 4 goals for Germany, 8 for Austria.
We are watching at 4 champions, and okay, 1 will be world champion, but there are 4 champions.
Yeah, we're seeing the very highest standard of cycleball action here in this final game here at the World Championships in Liege in Belgium. Austria versus Germany. The advantage with Austria by 4 goals, but the Germans are fighting back hard here in the second half.
Oh no, they're not playing good out.
Oh, well,
nice catch
that was
from
a
Gerhard.
well
And nice
saved
from Bernd.
indeed.
And now can he?
Oh, he played it
nice
straight
save from
at
Marcus.
the goalkeeper, who was in the right place once
Yes,
again.
but Germany gets the free kick.
Yep. So it's some way out, but let's see if this can turn into a convincing attack here to penetrate the Austrian goal. 2 minutes 41 remain of the match. Germany across
Nice
the front of the goal.
Oh, yeah.
And,
There's the 8-5.
in it goes.
3 goals to go.
Referee calls
2:30
a
to go.
time out there, and the German crowd here celebrating.
That's what everybody wants.
Balls placed back on the spot in the centre of the arena. 5 now for Germany, 8 for Austria, and still their advantage is only 3 goals. 2 minutes 33 remain on the board. This final has still got a lot of action in store for us here,
Yes.
as Austria get it back into play.
Unbelievable. What the goals that we have seen.
Well, it's not yet at the stage where the Germans can allow it to turn into a battle of defence. They need to go on the offence and try and equalise if they
And
possibly
he
can. They
shot.
need 3
Yeah,
goals.
but nice catch from
So-
Gerhard and Ladi.
Tall order, well defended that time though, so that saved a 1 at least, but we will have the shot here in the corner for Austria, and this is a danger moment for Germany. Gerhard Mladi in goal, but the Austrians relatively
They will
weak
defend.
shot across. Now they're trying to come from the opposite side, playing this all around the goalkeeper, and
Yeah.
it is for the other field player to come across and try and defend the position here. The ball locked to the side of the court. The Austrians still have it into their own area. They need to start making progress towards the opposite end of the field now. Another goal here for Austria would seal the fate of Germany, but they can't get it yet. Oh, still very fast play here, and the possession still kept by Austria. There's another chance at goal, and again it goes just wide.
No, again, a very good save from Gerhard and Ladi. Into corner, but yeah, what a game it is.
Well, 1 minute 17 to go.
13
The
goals.
suspense is absolutely unbreakable here. The Austrians with the corner, but it goes wide that time.
On the
He'll
back.
come back for a second chance at that one. 8-5 for Austria, and they have the corner. Germany have to save this one. Well, they didn't need to, because the attack on goal. And a little tumble there.
What happened there?
Well, coming together of the Austrian and the German player. Referee is straight on top of that. Places the ball back on the spot. 42 seconds to go. Well, it's a mountain to climb here for Germany now, Peter, with that 3-goal difference and only 35 seconds left on the board. But what a fight back they've made in this second half.
Yeah. They never did the heads down, eh?
No, they didn't give up at all.
And there's the
they
8-6,
still haven't,
8-6.
because 6-8. Germany have 6 goals, Austria have 8. 20 seconds to go. Oh boy, well this is full of action right to the last few seconds of play in this cycleball gold medal final. Austria versus Germany. And the Germans have the ball here.
Yes,
the Austrians are all come forward to defend. That'll be a free kick for
the last free kick.
Germany. Oh, and the Germans throw the mic down in disgust. And, well, the final analysis is that the gap was too wide for them to close, but all credit to them for fighting back hard in this second half. But the Austrians will see this final free kick into the back wheel, and at the end of that, the Austrians reverse the fortunes from 12 months ago. They become the world champions in cycleball. But a great performance nevertheless from the Germans, and they are the first to congratulate their opponents.
Yeah, and they deserved it. They were really the best team of this World Championships. But Germany, all credits, very, very, very good. Congratulations to everybody. To Austria with the first place, Germany second place, Switzerland with the third place, and Belgium with the fourth place.
Yep, it's been a dream scenario for the cycleball finals here today.
Yep.
And you have been treated to all of it live here with our coverage of day 3 of these World Indoor Cycling Championships. We're just awaiting the medal ceremony for this final competitive action in the championships. And you can imagine the celebrations will continue for some time after that. They're already actually taking place in the centre of the arena. We've of course got the closing ceremony yet to come, and to send these championships on the way to Basel in Switzerland next year.
Yeah, we can play cycleball, but we also can party very good. We are
yes.
champs in.
There's no doubt about that. When the official signing in a World Championship venue includes the word party hall, you know that you're in a great place to see some absolutely wonderful support. And the supporters here in Belgium and those who've made the journey from other European nations and further afield have had an absolutely wonderful time over the last 3 days. And the final medal celebration is being queued up here, ready to celebrate what has been a phenomenal cycleball competition. Peter, as a former player and a lover of cycleball, I know you've been delighted to join us here in the commentary box. It's great to have had your experience and your friendship over the last 3 days. It's been a great experience for me too.
Yeah.
But looking back, we've seen some incredible performances, haven't we? From that very first match in Group B, where Liechtenstein showed us their power, and right through that competition, and of course today with an incredible final. It is really a great tribute to all of the athletes here who brought us a wonderful feast of cycleball entertainment.
Yeah, it really was a highlight, the highlight of the year. When you love sport, when you love sports like cycleball and artistic, okay, you had to be here or on the live stream.
Absolutely, and we do hope that you have enjoyed our coverage. We hope it will be the first of many from Indoor Cycling World Championships. As we said, they head to Basel in Switzerland in just about 12 months' time for the 2019 Championships. And I'm sure many of the protagonists involved in the action over these 3 days will already be looking forward to that. No more so, I imagine, than the Swiss, who there's an award for the most vociferous spectators that we have had over the 3 days here. Well, with the cowbells and the mascots and the flags and the specially commissioned T-shirts, the Swiss really have shown us that they love this sport of indoor cycling. And they've made lots and lots of noise in support of all the teams, and in particular, of course, of Switzerland. We'll be seeing the Swiss pairing on the presentation podium momentarily. And they too have had a good competition. Paul Lusser and Roman Schneider taking that bronze medal. And as Peter's already said, a credible performance as well for the home nation of Belgium in front of their home crowd. And they played very well in that bronze medal final as well. So the celebrations, well, I know they're going to continue well into the night. The organisation here have planned a big party following conclusion of the closing ceremony. So I imagine it'll be quite a late night and not a very early morning for quite a few indoor cycling supporters and athletes in the next 24 hours. And of course, those who have had the incredible opportunity to take away that rainbow jersey, the World Champions jersey, and a gold medal. Well, that'll take pride of place wherever they display the rewards they pick up in their field of cycle sport. To be a world champion, to be a medalist at the World Championships even, is an incredible achievement, perhaps the highlight of someone's career. And even if they never kick a cycle ball again or get on board an artistic cycle again, they can look back and say, yep, I was the world champion in 2018 in Liège in Belgium.
It's something you never forget. And there I see Paul Lusser here, third place, bronze medal, cycleball.
I see he's taking advantage of that well-known energy drink called a pint of Jupiler to steady the nerves before going onto the podium.
He deserved it.
I think he probably does.
Yeah, but he played a very good World Championships.
He did. He was very active indeed, wasn't he? And he was almost everywhere on the court every time you looked to him, with Roman Schneider anchoring that performance in goal, and there were those power shots as well. They were a formidable team and deserving that bronze medal that they're shortly to receive here on the podium.
So, Carl, it was an honor to be beside you to commentate this World Championships, and maybe next time in Basel. We never know.
Well, you never know. We shall keep our fingers crossed, but can I thank you, Peter, on my behalf, because as you know, I came to the championships with knowledge of road and track cycling, but indoor cycling not so much. And well, I may go away with equally little knowledge of the technical rules of indoor cycling. I need to read those 228 pages of regulations a little more closely. But I can tell you, it has been my absolute pleasure to share the commentary box with you and our other experts.
The pleasure was all mine.
Made me feel very welcome, and the atmosphere here amongst the officials and the whole of the organisation, a reflection of that we've seen out in the stadium as well. It's been a super championship, and it's been my pleasure to be alongside you and to have your expert insight to guide us through these cycle ball matches. And well, as we see the balloons now beginning to bounce around the stadium as well. The cameras focusing down on the podium where the medalists will shortly be ready to take their just rewards. Notice the German supporters passing with what looks like a custom-built siren made out of, at least part of it, made out of a very sizable air canister. So I bet that'll make some noise. And I imagine that the Swiss cowbells may well figure in this medal ceremony as well, because of course the Swiss will be on the podium to take away the bronze medal. So they'll be limbering up for one more cycle ball cowbell ringing performance for the Swiss supporters elsewhere in the arena. Don't forget, you can re-watch our coverage here today if you want to see any of the non-stop action we've had throughout this afternoon via the official UCI YouTube channel. If you go to your favourite YouTube client, whether it be on your phone, your tablet or your computer, or even your smart television, you'll be able to relive the action and some of the highlights of these 3 days of this Indoor Cycling World Championship. And if you have been with us throughout those 3 days via our live stream and also via the YouTube coverage in this afternoon in particular, we do hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll be able to bring a little bit of the atmosphere that has pervaded the country hall here in Liège over the 3 days of these Indoor Cycling World Championships. But the party hall very definitely being readied once this final medal ceremony has been completed. We will also have, as we mentioned a few moments ago, the closing ceremony of these championships. And very often it is the opportunity to hand over the mantle, as it were, to the organisers of next year's championship, which will, as we've mentioned numerous times, will take place in Switzerland, in Basel, in the latter part of next year. And they'll have the work cut out to emulate the success of these championships. All credit to our organisation team here in Belgium. They really have stepped up the support that the spectators have brought, the atmosphere in this great hall. You've mentioned several times, Peter, the acoustics in this hall, which
very
do
good
lend
acoustic,
themselves to the crowd cheering the play on.
Yeah.
And it's, the focus, I think it's normally used for basketball, looking at the score. The scoreboard in the centre of the arena, but it really is a great facility here, just on the outskirts of Liège, not too far away from the standard Liège football ground. In fact, the training ground is actually just across the road here from this country hall venue. But I think after many preemptive celebrations, we may now be not too far away from hearing the UCI anthem and bringing our medal winners onto the podium for our final victory ceremony of these 2018 Indoor Cycling World Championships. The stage is set, as you can see. The flags are positioned. Austria in the middle there, the gold medal winners, Germany in the silver medal position, and Switzerland for the bronze. The flowers laid out as well. And somewhere amongst that will also be the bronze, the silver and the gold medals, and of course the all-important rainbow bands that characterise that World Champions jersey.
And it's the first golden medal for Austria, and it's the first golden medal that doesn't go to Germany.
Absolutely. The only anthem we have heard so far in these championships across the preceding medal ceremonies have been the German national anthem, but this time they lost out in that game you just saw a few moments ago to Austria, a reversal of the situation from 12 months ago. So it will be the Austrian national anthem that will be played here in the venue, and no doubt that will bring a tear to the eye even of the most hardened cycle ball enthusiast.
So I think the players are ready.
I think they have recovered their composure, and the slightly more solemn music that will introduce us into our medal ceremony is beginning to ring out here around the country hall, and we are now able to bring you the final medal ceremony of these 2018 Indoor Cycling World Championships. It will be the presentation of the medals and the jersey for the cycle ball final. The UCI anthem will herald the arrival on the podium of our presentation party, accompanied by the medal winners.
So there they are. Paul Loser, Roman Schneider, Patrick Schnetzer, Markus Broll, Gerhard Mladi and Bernd Mladi.
And the medal and jersey presenter will be Tony Kirsch, member of the UCI Management Committee. And the bronze medal awarded to Switzerland, Roman Schneider and Paul Lusser.
Yeah, and even on his age, even what he has achieved, he's so happy. Both world champion, Paul Loser with Peter Jikicek and Roman Schneider with Dominic Planter, and both are happy with the third place, the bronze medal.
Yep.
Sport can be so nice.
Second time that, at least the second time that Roman Schneider has been in that bronze medal winning position. He was part of the team last year. Paul Lusser's first time here. And yeah, we see that congratulation that marks the very friendly atmosphere that pervades these championships as the Swiss duo take the step onto the podium. In the silver medal position, it was a stout defence of their title. The team of Germany and the brothers there from Germany are going to receive their medals, Bernhard and Gerhard Mladi. A little bit of confetti also coming in to the picture as well. So they now will also congratulate once again the team of Austria. And we come to the presentation of the gold medal and the World Champions jersey. The winner of the cycleball here at the 2018 World Championships from Austria, Markus Broll and Patrick Schnetzer.
Yeah, well done, guys. Very good performance.
So those Austrian jerseys will be covered up now, but what a way to cover them with the World Champions jersey, the rainbow bands of the UCI World Champion. And, well, that'll take some prizing off their shoulders over the next few days.
Yeah. They will be proud to defend it this year, next year.
Yeah, didn't quite make the top step of the podium in their home championships last year, but, well, that has been remedied this time around because there are the gold medals.
I was already happy with my socks with rainbow jersey on it. So a jersey like that I will never have.
At least you bought the socks, so that's okay. And there we go, onto the top step of the podium. Our gold medal winners for Austria. And that was Markus Broll and Patrick Schnetzer. It's a good fit too. They're just comparing jerseys.
And there you have Dimitri Covent. My congrats to him too, because he's so young and he organized this whole World Championships. First time in Belgium, first time that he organized it. So, yeah, okay, very good done.
Well, a deserved honour to present the flowers then to our final medalists of these championships. The organisation team did a brilliant job. And we will now hear the national anthem of Austria within the venue here, and we can reflect once again on the incredible performance that we've seen across all the disciplines here, with the artistic cycling in both singles and pairs, and also, of course, in this cycle ball. The Group B competition, well, we've seen a dominant performance from Liechtenstein, and also, of course, the finals here, which saw Switzerland take the bronze, Germany the silver, and Austria the gold. And don't forget Belgium, the home nation, a very credible fourth place finish for them. And France managed to retain their place in Group A by beating the Group B champions Liechtenstein in the relegation final earlier today. Flags being hoisted high now in the centre of the arena, and this is always a very significant moment in any athlete's life when they hear their national anthem being played and they see the flag of their nation flying high over the venue in which they have produced that incredible performance. And it's the Austrian flag here in the middle of the array of flags on the flagpole that indicates that they are our world champions for cycleball this year, and deserved champions as well. It was a great final. Peter and I were on the edge of our seat throughout it, and there was barely a moment of respite for the players, let alone the commentators. And we have seen a match worthy of those world titles that have now been collected by the athletes you see on your screen now. So the anthem comes to a conclusion, and they will acknowledge the applause of the crowd.
Yes, almost tears in my eyes.
Almost. Well, I'll lend you a tissue to wipe them away. But as they take the top step of the podium, don't forget that that does not really conclude the awards ceremony here, because as you've seen already this afternoon, the winners will be hoisted high, and that's going to be quite a task, particularly with Roman Schneider.
No,
I
know it. They won't do it with him.
They're not going to do that?
No,
okay.
no.
Okay. Well, I thought that might require maybe 2 or 3 members of the Swiss team to
his former partner
carry Roman Schneider around. Yeah.
Was a head higher than he, and he was like a grizzly bear, but then a nice grizzly bear.
Okay.
And nobody can carry them.
Okay. Well, we shall see what happens. There's sure to be some kind of
maybe he will carry Paul Loza.
Maybe that would work.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think so. Well, they're showing some good dance moves here.
Yeah, with the flowers.
The flower waving. And well, we can't say this too often. It's a brilliant atmosphere here inside the country hall in Liège. All credit once again to the organisation team who brought these championships back to Belgium. It's only the 3rd time that Belgium has hosted these World Indoor Cycling Championships since their inception back in 1956. And it was thought it's a long time since they've been here. So 1986 last time.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Well, once again, you have made the right call. Roman Schneider has Paul Loza on his shoulders. As,
a nice move.
The rest of the players are carried around here. So as the ceremonies will continue here for quite some time, we look back once again at the incredible performance we have seen over recent days. An amazing action-packed 3 days for these World Indoor Cycling Championships. Really impressive artistic cycling performances with millimetre precision, the graceful athleticism of the artistic cyclists. And we've seen single and double pairs competition of the ACT4 on day 1 as well, and some incredible performances in that. And of course the cycleball, which Peter and I have been enthusing about in the last few moments, also been a real outstanding part of these championships here at Liège in Belgium. And once again we pay tribute to the organisation team. We also thank all of the volunteers, the people you may have seen on your screens in the blue t-shirts, because they have been instrumental, as volunteers always are, in bringing a championship like this to the people who come along to support it. It really wouldn't happen without them. The spectators have been absolutely wonderful. The atmosphere inside Country Hall here in Liège has been absolutely incredible over all 3 days. From the very early morning starts, 8 o'clock we began the action here yesterday. We were still yawning when we came into the commentary box, but very quickly the action woke us up and brought us into the centre of the competitions for artistic cycling and cycleball. And of course the mantle will be passed on to next year's world champion organisers. They go to Basel in Switzerland next year. And of course we'll be able to see that those championships will be carried forward from here in Belgium today.